Not for no damn metal roof for her house. It doesn't cost that much. I know that one.
It's a lot of money.
Not for her house.
How do you know? I don't know if you know or not.
But on a shitload of work.
The guy behind us had a red metal roof. And when they were taking it off, we said he told us he's getting a new roof. I didn't think nothing about it because we just got one the year before. I didn't get the metal roof.
Mm-hmm.
And they come out there and they're putting up strips of this red shit, and I'm going, dude, that was
Hey Kyle,
horrible.
what's your address here?
5954 Terrace Drive.
5954 Terrace.
Because I mean, they put one over here and then one there and one there. That was flipping retarded. Jeez Louise. My wife's going, what are they doing to their house? And not until they got everything connected. And I go, that doesn't look too bad. Once they got it put all the way up and together, it looks fine. But man, the way they're putting it up to begin with, looks stupid.
Oh, what kind of desserts do you get?
I don't really mind a metal roof, but
I like it.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait cheese.
I mean, if I'm gonna spend that much money, it's not gonna be on a metal roof. It's gonna be on. I mean, if I was 20 something, yeah, because then you'd be set.
No.
At 53, it's like, I'll go with. What was it? 10 years ago, I got these shingles are supposed to be like 30 or 50-year shingles. I forgot. In other words, it was long enough to where I was like, yeah, fuck it, it's fine. We'll do it once and be done with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Excluding
Like
natural disaster.
Right. But shingles still do a good job, and they make very varying kinds of lasting shingles nowadays. Majority of the time it's 25 year, but they do have some that go 50. But we're looking at this place off of P Highway, me and my girlfriend, because we got an offer. We're talking to some people that may be interested in buying that place. And so we were looking at some other places, and we saw this place off of P. And the plot of land that sits on is 1.5 acres. Not that bad, but there's room to grow outside of that, because behind us is owned by somebody who has more land than they have to do with, and there's nothing there. So we figure eventually we can buy some piece off them, and then the people on the other side, well, not people, but on the other side is an empty, just trees, shitload of trees that go to a intersection. But there's like a couple acres worth of just land. And we were looking at it, and the place has really good bones. It has a metal roof. It's brick, which I'm not too excited about, but I can deal with it. Basement,
So how much
decent health.
How much do they want for your mom's?
Grandmother's,
Yeah, grandmother's roof.
I said 60.
60 grand?
Yeah,
You're on crack.
yeah.
You get almost anybody will do it. Does she have like 20 pitches or angles or something?
Nope. Her house is a classic gable.
So really simple. Yeah. 4-sided, 2-sided.
Gable, 2-sided.
Yeah. They should be at most maybe like.
Kyle, you'd be interested in a miniature horse, wouldn't you?
I know what they are, and I think that they're a thing, and I'm glad that they exist. That concludes my interest.
You want a miniature horse.
I mean, I would like to have one that could just eat out back and just eat things,
Then
but then you got to take care of it during the winter, and it's like,
get goats.
yeah.
So it's a way better.
Yeah, mountain goats.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a goat back there. I've thought about it, but then it's going to get out at some point. It's like, never mind.
Then eat your neighbor's grass.
Then your neighbors pay you.
He probably wouldn't care either. I don't think any of them would care.
It depends on which one.
And then I'm sure some dog would come along and hop the fence and kill it. So
Wait.
I don't think that.
Goats are pretty tough.
Actually,
tough as fuck.
goat might.
A goat is bigger than a dog.
If you get a mountain goat, it would probably kill the dog.
well, I'm talking about a small goat, like the kind of Grant's Farm they feed.
Oh.
You know,
Get a
baby
goat.
things.
Mountain goats
If you're gonna get a goat, get a training goat. Those are cool.
Yeah, because at least when it's not clearing out the dead brush and everything, it'll make you laugh.
You're not gonna yell at food, it drops.
Right. Ah, man.
You ought to get a pig.
Is that the way it works? I had a pig. I'm allergic to them, unfortunately.
Why didn't you have a pig?
I didn't know you were Muslim.
Before I ever had children, when I was first married, we had a big pot-bellied pig, and it was cool and friendly, and it was a pig. Then I got all these dark circles on my eyes, and it was like, yeah, you're allergic to pigs, so you need to get rid of the pig. But after being put in the hospital with a staph infection, we finally did. So, pig's name was Bo, and we trained it to sit and all kinds of stuff.
Pigs are really smart.
How long did you have it before you
Probably
Realized
6
you-
months.
before you became allergic to it?
Oh, I mean, that's when, probably after 6 months is when I
Realize you.
Put two and two together.
got put in the hospital. So.
Yeah.
You'll have that, you know, some people are allergic to things, some aren't.
It's just lonely if you're
Some of
allergic
them weren't
to it.
again allergic.
He was
You're
allergic to it
allergic
the
to it,
entire time. He just didn't realize it was the pig. Alrighty.
No,
Okay.
that's not necessarily true. You can be mildly allergic to something and then slowly get worse off to it, but it usually doesn't happen that way.
Okay, so do either of you guys need the updated sheets?
No,
Did
you have it.
You got
have it last
yours?
week.
Did you get yours?
No, I was the one.
Well, let me see here.
We bypassed mine because mine was fairly simple.
Yeah.
So, oh, okay, I'm looking at the wrong. Hot smoker. There we go.
You're looking at the wrong cock smoker. Huh?
Yeah, you'll have that. Oh, okay. That's because you get 10% bonus because you took
Right.
locksmithing.
Right.
So I added that on here.
Right.
So, okay. You didn't go up a level in spells, did you?
No, I wanted to.
Okay. So
And you won't until you're level 5.
let's see what we need to print then here. How
And,
about
I didn't give any non-equipment proficiency.
no? Looks like we're just gonna do shit. I wonder if I can bring. No, I can't. Good. Good.
Fucking Randy.
So let's do.
It's just going down tonight, boys.
Okay, so there we go. I can print it.
Dual wielding spears. You like fucking
The
Darth
first
Maul.
2 pages.
You know what I mean?
Smash, 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 smash. Ding!
Oh yeah, yeah. You're like, I'm done with this. And it might not, it probably wouldn't have technically the same. But still, that was fun. All right. Yes. I've reset everything back to zero. That'd be fun.
All right.
The only thing we have to work.
And then do you want,
Would you pass that down to the floor, please?
you want to die? Yes, I want to die. Are you sure? Wait, what?
All righty, so let's see here, where to begin. This is session 22 of the world of Skell and the story of the Agile epic. We have Waldor, the little dark Aboriginal looking humanoid,
Not dwarf.
known thinking perhaps of the race of Gonomies from wherever they live, who is a priest and also has apparently along his life learned the ways of sneakery and opening locks and things of that nature. Like a treasure hunter type.
It's okay.
We have
Thank you.
No problem.
Ein, a country boy from Newstone who found that he had powers that he could do with his thoughts. And his brother, and I always forget this, is it twin or just fraternal? I always forget.
I forget to.
Okay.
I think we are
Defer
twins.
to whatever you guys
No,
say,
yeah, we are twins.
because I don't remember.
He was born like slightly first, but we are twins.
And his player is not here, and he also has powers of the mind, and they kind of discovered them very close to the same time. And then we have Garrett, a recently discharged member of the soldiery of Newstone, who through his own dumb choices or wanderlust or whatever decided to
Dumb choices.
go on
Dumb choices.
this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the albino elven girl, Volmir, whose player is not here as well. Hi, Destiny, if you're watching down at work or listening. Somebody else is watching, I don't know who. Probably, maybe it could be Sean as well. Maybe he hasn't fallen asleep yet. And Volmir is able to wield 2 swords at the same time, and she is good with a bow. But because of her looks, she's kind of had some issues
And she got no hair.
in her lifetime. And yes, currently right now she's
That's
got
not true.
She
She's
has
got
this
stubble.
she's
hair.
got some hair.
She kind of looks like me.
Because in one of the previous stops in this adventure, she was breathed upon or suffered the breath weapon of one of the villains,
Black.
Locutus, a blue and black dragon. So at this particular time, these guys had been accused of killing undead, and as silly as that sounds, apparently in this particular place, that is a thing.
Racist.
And so now they've been asked to take an account of themselves, answer to their crimes. Of course, they don't agree that they're committed anything. They think they were attacked first. It's basically a he said kind of thing. And now they're in what passes for some type of court in the city of Frunctious Gunyon, where all these Gonomies live. They appear to be small creatures, not only adept at being in the forest, but also of being in a steampunk setting with machines and flying machines and automatic conveyor belts where they don't have to walk; they can just stand and
Walking armor.
go wherever, and then some type of mechanical armor that
That's how
a Gonomy had before it was subject to a heat metal spell, and then it set the house on fire and made things that much worse. So when we last left off, the
Hey, I was proud of that. Of
The-
course, the house and everything.
characters were in the courtroom, or at least the pre-trial discussion room, with a couple of judges, a couple and three representatives of the aggrieved family of undead, and the sheriff, a guy by the name of Raspy Justice, who really seems agitated that he's been pulled into this unfortunate distraction to his life that most Gonomies enjoy, of doing nothing and having fun. So he seems very put out and annoyed with everyone all the time because of it.
He's a kind-hearted gentleman.
He did, in a moment of compassion, save Garrett from death whenever the protector, who known in previous points in this adventure as this large stone statue with
Haviland, Illinois.
has armor on it, that had seemed to kind of not want certain time traveling powers to be used. But now it's here, and it seems to be able to be controlled
Only
some of the time by Waldor, because Waldor apparently had worshipped the same god, or a god by a different name with the same holy symbol or something. That is up for debate. The god in question in this particular place is called Anum. And it is basically a hairless, pale-skinned giant sitting on a stone throne carved out of a hillside that looks like the hill has been cut in half and the understone has been shaped into this huge throne. It's sitting down on it. It's probably 100 foot tall, and if it was to stand, it might be twice that high. So
Don't forget the part where he wants us to go.
the Anum apparently gives off bad vibes to the elven girl, because she looked at it and just started to feel weird.
creeped out.
Yes, and I can see how a giant hairless sleeping giant
Turn the stone.
would cause someone to feel a bit creeped out.
Especially when
Creeps out the
she's
scion.
trying to look up its
Yeah, nobody did that. And by all looks and being trying to be psionically contacted by Ein, apparently this Anum is actually alive, and the stories that they had heard about it were at least partially true. And then during what seemed like a night, but through the evidence of having hair growth, probably longer than a night, they were visited by Anum and were given an explanation as to its true nature, which is that of being both alive and dead, which would make sense considering that this place at this particular time, or this time in this particular place, has a seemingly very peaceful coexistence between undead and the Gondwans. And the undead have all the same rights as if they were alive. They realize they're undead. Some of the Gonomies who were killed by the group, their families have requested that those bodies be taken to the undead lands to be either put to rest or perhaps raised as an undead for a second life. And the reason given by the sheriff, who doesn't seem that interested in all of this, more annoyed, is that some people just can't let things go. So, as an actual person who is sad when someone dies, if I love them, then I can totally understand that. So, people, they'll put their dogs to sleep if they're in pain, but we'll keep our grandparents alive with tubes in them for months. So just a little observation of how maybe that could go a different fantasy way. That's all. Liam was trying
You
to.
can't shoot your grandma and grandpa and bury them in the backyard.
No, you're not. I mean, I'm sure that's happened,
You can,
but you're not
it's not
supposed to.
legal.
Kind of
Yeah,
frowned
it's
on.
not legal.
Frowned
I
on.
mean, that has happened here in older times.
Or the rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, is that the Eskimos, whenever their people got old, they would take them out and leave them for the polar bears. So I don't know if that's true or not, but if anyone out there hears this and would like to shoot in the comments below any kind of
Hey Siri.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I never researched it, but when ancient civilizations do things, they had their reasons.
This is like there used to be a house, my understanding, in the field. Well, I guess it was a field. Now there's a neighborhood there. Across from where the bus depot is. I
Okay,
remember seeing those tombstones up there.
I do not, but
Well, there was a couple tombstones up there. And when I was in high school, we actually went over there and did some rubbings and stuff to try to figure out what they
okay,
said.
yeah,
I'm glad you
I
said
don't
rubbings and not
that's a
graffiti.
thing. People do that.
I don't remember, but I remember that they were fucking like from the 1700s or something like that, like first settlement out here era. And yeah, when it went
That would not have been the 1700s.
1700s.
I
No.
don't think House Springs was actually settled until after the 1800s.
It's in the 1800s.
Yeah. Like Missouri wasn't even.
There's a very
Settled.
good book at the library up here in High Ridge on the history of Jefferson County.
You remember the
Yeah,
author? Remember what her name was? Because she was like Mrs. Jefferson County.
Yeah.
She did all that stuff.
Yeah,
We used to have that
I had
book
her
here.
pamphlet. Yeah, I had a little pamphlet that she made.
It's
up
very
between
interesting.
the-
Like, what was the first name of House Springs?
Thomas House.
Wasn't it Demery?
Well, D. Marie.
Yeah. So that's why that street by my store is Demery.
Yeah.
So I guess that was, all right.
The house
Anyway.
is- the house is settled in the 1800s here.
That's my understanding. I'd have to pull it up.
The Bonnickers were out here in the very beginning. The Motors were out here, Radikers. It's the same people that have all
Yeah.
the property out here now were the original settlers out here.
So they were escorted. The group was escorted. And when I say escorted, I mean basically they were just asked to come along because the sheriff was kind of keeping a watch, but maybe not. And no one else. I mean, it was like one gnome, Ganami, that was told to watch the group, and he just kind of blended in with the surroundings. And then occasionally they would see him there, and he'd just be like,
And then a character poofed on the other side of me.
yes. So we have that room, and the group was asked to explain themselves to a Ganami judge, and on the other side of the table was some pale, dark-haired, obviously dead-looking
With fangs.
judge. No. Then there was three
Oh.
individuals back here dressed all super nice, like
Oh, I thought the one across.
what was the movie with Tom Cruise with the
Interview
vampires?
with the Vampire?
Yeah, so you know how like they were all handsome and it's like them. So they're back there and they were saying they were relatives and representing the Goyle family, the family that was completely destroyed.
And property destroyed.
House parked to the
And,
ground.
Oh god.
So that discussion was happening, and sometimes it would be heated. And Zero was trying his best to keep a level head and calm everyone down, but
Now he's not here to do that for us.
no.
We don't have any of those interruptions tonight.
Exactly.
So then a little beach ball sized polished ball of stone was rolled out on its own, and on top of it was balancing Skin Piercer, and they were asked about that, and they said it was given to them, and it was given to them 1,000 years ago or some answer, and everyone was like, oh, they rolled their eyes. Then someone came in and informed the judges something where Waldor then was able to read the lips and apparently
I love that ability.
was told, the judges were told that Skin Piercer was still in the vault. And they got up and were getting ready to leave. And then Waldor was like, why don't you give us our Skin Piercer? And then Garrett, who had bonded with this weapon, put his hand out to summon it a la Thor with Mjolnir, and it came to his hand. And
Shit.
then suddenly there was a crashing sound from outside of the room and several smashes and crashes, and then bursting in the door on the side was another Skin Piercer, and he stood there with two, and the crowd didn't do anything because that's where we stopped, although these people went crazy like a bunch of little kids in the morning. So that is where we will be.
Shit just got real.
I seen the, what was it? Thor Ragnarok. Freaking
Oh yeah.
opening scene. Well, hold on, I timed that wrong. All right.
Yeah. I timed that wrong.
That was a pretty good movie.
Come from the
Led Zeppelin, yeah, Led Zeppelin.
Hey, he redesigned something.
I did. Good.
Now, is this a new piece, or did you
No,
like
no, no.
redesign what
This
you
is
already had?
the room.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I had to erase the room, so he took a picture of it.
So here's the economy judge, and then this will be the other judge there. And then this will be the little ball, and I don't want to put a ball in here because I don't know if it'll roll away, but that's where the ball is. And then there's Garrett. Here's Raspy Justice at the door. And then here's everyone else.
And was that the door that the other thing came in on?
Yeah. This is where the ball came in and where the people.
Where are the Skin Piercer?
So this is where you guys came in.
What about the other Skin
Did the other
Piercer?
Came in this way.
Or did they come through the door or through the wall?
No, through the door.
Okay.
I went through the wall at the other places. It was kind enough to go through the door here.
At some point, I'm going to figure out how to run multiple cameras without spending $1,000 on mixing machines and all this shit. So until then, because I want to put a camera up there that points down.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I can do some research. I know some people. I go to college. I have a lot of tech people at college that I can talk.
It couldn't hurt. So
My generation is the least.
with that being the scene, I guess the first thing I'll say is when you hold both the spears, this guy here, the guy with the pale skin and the dark, and he's wearing the if I remember right, he's wearing the light clothing.
Too many doors in
Economy's
your
wearing the dark
house. It confuses people.
He says, what is happening? And this guy over here says, nobody move. And he climbs up on the table.
I'm just like,
Is the short guy climbing on the table?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
So unless one of you wishes to do something where we need to either roll for surprise or roll for initiative, I'm not going to call for it.
nope.
Unless one of my side, quote unquote, does something that would call for that as well.
What did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was just
Recap.
explaining the
Okay.
layout.
Leading up to and what they were doing once I got two
So I
skin
came
piercers.
in and he's climbing up on the table, so I thought maybe something else.
The other guy, the white,
That's their reaction to you
Yes.
having two skin piercers.
Okay.
and the other guy who's still on the ground, he kind of was like, what the fuck is going on?
So
What the hell is happening?
since we have two skin piercers, doesn't that kind of lend credence to the fact that I said we're from another time?
I go, this is what I do. I do exactly this.
Hey, don't shush me. There's like 1,000.
Don't shush me. Don't shush me, you shush monkey. Oh, my favorite soundtrack. We just keep going back to it. Okay, so
I have claimed Skin Piercer was mine. Proof of it shows there. Your sheriff knows I had it. Your guy told you it was in your dungeon, and now there's two. I've not lied at all during this. You've twisted the truth, and now we sit here with proof that have not lied. Sheriff,
You can have yours back.
I'm going to ask the sheriff. Sheriff, can you come here, please? And I'm going to hand him the second skin.
make me a charisma check with advantage, please.
Uh, 21.
Sounds like, is there a bomb getting ready to go off or something?
I missed something.
Now, didn't you hear it's like a charm box or something playing? I guess it's coming from that room. Okay, so 21. Okay. He says, well, tell me again. You said, would you come here and you're holding it out
And I
like
said,
this?
this belongs to them. I have mine. I said, you have done me a great service and a great favor. I'm returning that.
So both the judges are watching.
Three? Two or three?
Both of the judges?
I thought
Two.
there were
Judge and
No,
this
there's
judge?
3
Oh,
more. 3 more.
Oh, yeah,
I don't have the
Yeah, okay. Never mind, I get it now.
triple sloogies
I-
back here.
Mixed up what was going on. I got it now. Thank you.
I'll use those three. Okay. So the agronomy judge looks over at the sheriff and he says, Raspy, how come you didn't tell me any of this? And Raspy said, you're gonna figure it out? I wasn't even supposed to be here today. So he walks over and he takes it. And then just as he's reaching for it,
Well, I was going to say, as he's coming closer, I was going to say, this is what.
well, before you can say that, you need to
Ego check.
roll a d20.
Yay, ego.
For man,
Your intelligence.
27.
Okay, now roll it again.
Uh, 21.
Okay. These weapons,
I had to roll one for each of them.
Yes.
they attempt to exert, like just for a second, you're like, do I wanna? And then you think back to whenever Raspy picked it up outside and said, Skin Piercer, eh? Well, fuck you or whatever. And he just grabbed it. And now you're having that same kind of, and then
The struggle.
your will is stronger than theirs. And you do realize two different but the same wills attacking you.
Okay.
So he walks over,
Sweating on the brow.
and then you go ahead and say whatever.
I'm going to say, thank you. I've never thanked you properly for saving my life.
Well, don't thank me yet, stranger. And he reaches out and he grabs it, and then he looks at it for a second, and he's like, "Shut up!" And he turns it over and sticks it down. And then the judge says,
Which one, the economy or the?
Yeah. He looks over and then looks over at the three guys there and then looks across and he says, I think we need to have a conference. And the other one says, since when is anyone allowed to have those? Those are in the vault for a reason. And the economy judge says, if one of those is from the vault, then the other one is not. And seeing something unbelievable with my own eyes leads me to believe that I must believe it. And they must come from some other place, some other time.
There's, I don't mean to inject, Judge, but on
He climbs back down.
what we've done in the past, our
Yeah.
adventure that we've been on.
He falls and it's like, oh, don't, and falls behind the desk, and then you hear, God damn it, hold on. I'm okay. Fixes the chair
I got this.
and gets back up there, and he's like,
God damn it!
I'm not laughing in
I
character.
hate this chair. Okay, go ahead.
The adventure that my town has put this group on, has given this group, we've come across stuff that we still do not believe, such as, right now.
He
Not-
says, believe it. I believe it.
Not everything we've told you. We've tried to tell you nothing but the truth. And hopefully this is some evidence that that's true.
So the judge on the other side there says, so you are here because of what you did to a law-abiding family and their possessions. Does the fact that you have that weapon from a different time change those facts?
Yes.
Please
We've been
indulge
called,
us.
we've been called nothing but liars because we keep talking about that we've come to the past. We keep being accused of things, the things we've not done. Have we defended ourselves? Yes. Did we burn that house down? No. Your own people did.
Do you deny going into this? This has already been basically said. Do you deny going into someone else's home uninvited?
We admitted to that. Nobody's there. We tried to tell you that we tried to say the person was trapped in the closet. They attacked us.
You do realize that by admitting that you trespassed, every other thing that you say leads back to that.
Okay, what's the charge for trespassing? Because that's the thing that we're guilty of, trespassing.
I see. So you don't think that
So
any of those individuals that died in that house that day or died again are worthy of discussion?
we haven't got to that point yet because you keep accusing us of lying. You accuse us of not being where we've been from. We've proved to you that we're telling the truth. And you still continue to go back to this. Do you deny that you had some suit of armor that walked and smoked and caught on fire and burnt that person's house down?
Well, I didn't see it.
Well, we were there, we saw it. Are you gonna call us a liar again? Because today's not the day.
He says, you misunderstand your position.
No.
Just because you have that doesn't mean it will affect anything.
If I
It's
thought
not a-
that, I would have done something with it, but I gave yours back.
So what exactly do you think should happen to you?
We can discuss it. If there's a fine to pay for trespassing, we'll do that.
Can you restore undeath to the dead?
I have no idea about undeath to the dead.
So you have incurred a debt you cannot repay.
I've not killed anything that has not attacked me.
How about you let us converse with Adam out there? He can do that, right?
We have no control over that.
He's blocking everyone out. He's blocking me
So
out.
your
He's blocking
priest, he
everybody
doesn't
else
even
out.
talk to your priest who worship him?
I'm not,
He talked to me.
that's not my career path. I'm not a priest. And as far as Adam talking to you, that's between you and Adam.
Well, if he can restore the life to the unlife, then that would solve our debt, right?
We only know Adam's laws. That is our profession.
Right,
But
but
we only know that
you're
is-
arguing right now that if basically we can bring them back from their undeath, then you would forgive our transgressions, right?
one of them.
Okay, well,
There's also the question of property damage, breaking and entering,
so that's money, right?
anything. What good is money?
Money buys the material so you can rebuild their house.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not, because that's one thing you keep saying is property damage. This is how you fix that.
No.
Yes.
Economies build the homes for the undead. The undead protect us.
So the economies are the ones that burnt down the own buildings that they built.
That's to be determined.
Oh, it was there.
Just because you say so doesn't make
Well,
it true.
you keep saying, well, that goes the
So
same for you then.
how can we say
Just
what
because
say
you
is
say
true?
something doesn't mean it's the truth.
Correct. But we're discovering.
And so are we. We're
We
discovering
discovered-
great prejudice here.
We're discovering a new land with laws that we've never even heard of, a place that we've never even known existed.
There have been others that have claimed that just because we don't know the law, we should be allowed to break it.
I'm not saying that.
That's what it sounds like to us. That's what it sounds like to dear Mrs. Goyle. And as far as what you're saying, if your attitude is just because you don't know, that's fine, then you'll need to be cleansed.
Well, your attitude is everything you say is lies. And I've already proved the big one right here, that our truth, we come from the past. You denied us that. You called us crazy that you rolled your eyes at us.
So what
Yes,
makes your
yes, we did. But
So-
we've also seen the error of that assumption and we admitted it. So,
You not really admitted.
So-
You
so
not
what makes
apologized
your
for accusing us
laws-
lying.
oh, is that important to you that
Oh,
we
it is
apologize?
most certainly is.
so
Just
what
like
makes
I
your laws
apologized to the
professional?
sheriff and thanked him for his duties.
If that is something that would cause you to have less, what is that? Less vengeance, then we most certainly apologize.
That really felt heartfelt.
So what makes your laws the right laws? Are you just saying because there's more of you than us, or you have more power?
That's the laws that we have agreed to under Adam's watchful eye.
Well, we never agreed to those. So what makes those our laws? Then?
And what about
That's odd. How would you feel if in some crazy fantasy land that the Gonomies and the undead went to your land and did the same thing to your people and said, well, we're not from here, so we get to do what we want.
I didn't say.
I'm asking you. Answer the question.
You know, if something comes in and there's a misunderstanding, then yeah, there has to be repercussions. But you know, it also depends on how different laws are from where you come from. So your argument is if you know, a bunch of good people stumble into the land of basically evil, sadistic people, then you know the evil, sadistic people have every right to do whatever they want to the good people. That's by your argument, just because they're the ones who were there first, and that's the laws they set. So, you know, you flip that around, and your laws very quickly become just as unreasonable. Now,
Spoken
I'm not
like
saying-
someone who's not familiar with the law, but thank you nonetheless.
So I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't be punished, but
I do think that we should have some
Punishment.
counsel, though. Same as how the Gonomies are represented and the undead are represented. What about our kind? Where's our representation?
They don't want us
Because
to know the laws.
your two races have achieved coexistence. I think that is phenomenal. Us three, though, my race has not encountered yours before. We have not met. And I think just how there was an agreement between your two races, there should be one between all three of ours. Before there was an agreement, there was chaos and war, correct? Until Annam,
Here?
until Great Annam set everything straight.
I don't think anyone alive now knows of any time other than peace.
well, we're alive.
What about
we
anybody
know the different time.
of unlife?
Well, now you're talking about Professor Lich.
All I'm trying
Wait.
to say is
What kind of?
Blackberry.
Sure, I'll take
is
one.
there was at one point a time where your two people did not coexist.
We don't know that. Are you from that time?
No,
I am.
no, you're not.
Yeah,
I'll explain later.
no, we're definitely
I'll
because
explain later.
the spear is here,
I'll explain later.
so we had to have been back farther than we were.
I would like both of you to make charisma checks, please. And tell me your final totals.
23.
16.
He says, you two be quiet. Go ahead, continue.
I think that there was wrongs that were done. I will not disagree with that. But I think that
From the
From a
back, here
cultural-
we actually go.
from a cultural standpoint, our cultures are very different, extremely different. And in the culture that we come from, the unliving or the living unliving, however you, the undead, are feared by my kind. They have been known in my culture to attack and kill us.
Where is Anna?
Adam has not reached us.
Is he from your time?
No.
I said from before or after your time.
Probably way before. It would be my guess. I'm not quite certain on the
So-
sequence. I know
So Annam was present in his time, and his time is not your time.
Adam was extremely less present. I don't know what happens, but sometime later from now, Am's presence dwindles and almost completely collapses. I know how extremely bizarre this must sound to you and how improbable it is, but it's just as improbable as two of the same weapon existing.
You speak of doomsday for our civilization.
As I whispered it.
I don't think so. I think there's ways that we could work around it, that you kinds can work around it. Just because your founding individual is not no longer there does not mean everything is gone. You can work past it.
Tell us of, what are you saying? So you're saying you're from the past or the future?
I believe I'm from the future.
Tell us of this future. And you see the economy disappear below the table. And then you hear some rustling around. And this one's like, ugh. And then a little time later, you see a plate and a cup and like a lunch pail. He gets up there, sits on the table, and he starts eating. And, yeah, go ahead. This is great.
I'm sure you're getting much joy and entertainment out of it.
Anybody want anything?
I'm fine.
Nothing?
Thank you.
Raspy's like, give me some of that weak bear. I'm on duty. So,
I believe later on, this land that you are currently in will be consumed by a desert. And eventually, past that time, the desert will recede and a new forest will grow. And I believe long after that, once when the forest retakes this land, is where I come from. A very large city of many people of my kind. I mean, same amount as there are economies, maybe even more, will settle in this area and build cities. None nearly as advanced as yours, but we'll still have great power and influence. And then a creature that I'm sure you have never met or even heard of attacks our land. We call it a dragon. When that dragon attacked, it murdered mercilessly many of our kind, many of our people. After that, we were sent back. We were sent on a quest to find these weapons from the ancient textbooks that we have that only very few people know about, such as, I'm assuming you're Professor Lich. I'm sure he has great details that almost nobody else does. We were told about these 4 different weapons that were wielded by creatures called the Osnan. We were told that Skinpiercer, or Hatal Ellen Tavera, would be at a location and that we would have to retrieve it to defeat this dragon. We have gotten the one we have from the future. And through some mix-ups, I've wound up here. I'm sure everything I'm saying is glossing over you and you're laughing, but that is what I believe has happened. As insane as this sounds, I'm sure it sounds. It honestly doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth. I'm the one that's lived it. This is the truth.
So, why are you here now?
We're after Kakwinga.
And you believe that the family that you slaughtered had it?
No. We as was previously stated, when we arrived here, there was a massive storm. I'm sure it was a couple days ago. There was a massive storm.
Yes, there was.
You remember. Well, when we arrived, we had no shelter and nowhere to go. We followed.
One looks at the other one and says, wasn't that when the several members of the populace said that they swore they saw one of Annam's hands twitch? Thank you. Possible, and the one's like, it would make sense. Maybe it was Annam that brought you here.
I would not doubt it. I see your animal has great power and is a god amongst mere mortals. When we arrived, we ran away from the storm, and that pushed us south, I believe, from our original point. We stumbled across what appeared to be an abandoned house in the middle of the field with no inhabitants, no nothing.
Roll me a charisma check, please.
Ooh, 21 exactly.
Okay. I'd like all of you to make perception checks, please.
Including me.
Yes.
Observation
Yes.
or something. Observation.
Nope, I have feet.
Total?
15.
27. Oh,
29.
Ooh, close.
27.
27, huh? Okay. You happen to look across the tape. You can barely see over the edge of it, and it's like you can just kind of see the faces of the three
Representatives.
handsome
Yeah, the
Dead
vampire
things.
like.
and this one here on the left appears to be getting very angry, like just seething with some rage about something.
I nudge.
We
and
found this house and we knocked on the door. There was no answer. But upon further inspection, we noticed that it was unlocked, and so we went inside. When we got inside, we searched around the lower level, lit a fireplace, and began to warm up.
Okay. So when he nudged you, what did you do? He moves over there and he like nudges you.
Point, kind of
I
like
just
wink
wanna
and
go.
nod towards that guy getting furious.
I'm gonna look over and go, okay, trying to figure out what he's talking about.
Okay. Roll me another perception check.
Without him going, him, or him. 19, no, I'm sorry, 20. Oh, wait a minute.
You got to add your intelligence to whatever you roll.
25.
Ooh, okay.
I would have made, I didn't do that last time.
Oh,
I added my level, so I would have made it.
yeah, you would have. Oh well.
My bad.
Time to remember
No,
stuff.
hey, it's just Game Boy.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I make lots of fuck.
Yeah.
So
But
I did the level.
that's part of the game is making mistakes.
and learning from
Well, sometimes.
sometimes.
Okay.
I know it's again. I'm like,
Well, you don't know that he failed. Why would you nudge him again? Are you turning your attention to him now to watch him to see if he notices? That seems kind of weird.
no, the dude's getting pissed over there.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't. He failed his role. I don't know why he would know that you didn't notice. That's all.
You don't know that.
If he doesn't give me a reaction, I'm just gonna keep trying to draw his attention. Because that's how annoying my character is.
All right. So anyway, you're going on and giving a brief history of
And my
just
character's
happened?
getting bored and all this stuff going on.
We, as we also stated, have been attacked without mercy in our past up until this point. And so we thought that we should make sure that we were in a secure location where we would not be hurt. So some of us went upstairs and began to search the room.
This guy holds up his hand and he grabs his mouth and he goes,
And this is the part that you've heard many times now.
he says, I'm done. Nap time. And he gets up and he walks out, and then the other one's like, okay, we're going to take a break. So just hold on. And these guys
How long is nap time?
leaving all of you like that.
How long is nap?
And now you notice that the three of those things are like the one's whispering to another one. He's
Can I read?
Going like
Can I see
no.
what he says?
you can try.
No. That would be. Unless it's a 14. Which
You hear Raspy behind you go, look out! And you like turn and you look at Raspy. Raspy's got, he drops his skin piercer on the floor and draws his weapon. And then you hear a scrambling. And when you turn and look, these guys are starting to move in your direction, and they appear to be so angry they can't control themselves and they want to kill you. So, with that threatening maneuver, I would like actions. And we'll start with you.
Defend. Harry.
Okay? You?
I'm going to attempt to control him.
Okay. You?
Perry, can I say like 2 or 3 words?
You can.
Do not engage.
And then she'll do the same thing. And he will move backwards on this turn. So,
Raspy did?
no, 0.
Oh, 0. I'm sorry.
All right. Roll initiative, somebody.
I'll do it.
Who's not eating? You'll do it? All right.
I rolled a 4.
Beat a 3.
I rolled a 4.
All right. So, on very fast. Nobody?
No, that would be
Okay.
control, and it doesn't go very fast because it's an action.
Okay.
So I just hold my holy symbol up and I'm like, back off! I command you! And that would be a 1, so no.
Roll another.
It
D20.
sounded good.
Let's see if you get it. Roll another one on there. Actually, you need to roll a D30.
D30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it won't fit in there.
23
Okay.
plus.
That's nothing. That's fine.
Isn't this with level or something? I rolled a natural 23.
What was he doing?
It was just to see if
Oh,
the turning attempt could fail any more brilliantly,
Yeah.
but it didn't. So you hold up your whole symbol and you say, back off! And the creatures, for a second, they look and their eyes get wide, which just, they're like, ah! And this time they put their arms up and they're like a cape flies up, and for a second their hair looks like it gets blown back as they scramble over and come down, and they're basically charging. So they are going to attack the front 3 because apparently they're mad about something. I wonder what that could be.
I don't know.
I think it's because they're They
They're
heard
just
baby,
hungry.
they heard baby shark too many times in a row by their little baby undead kids, and they're like, ah!
I've had enough
So
of these nonsense stories.
on fast, they would go first because they got a 3, but you guys are pairing, and that takes place throughout the whole round. So do you remember what pairing does for warriors?
Amazingness.
Okay, let me read it to you.
Isn't it by his class?
Well, he would get a +1 to it. So
I thought it's just straight up entirely his level. I know for non.
no. Okay, pairing. Pairing reduces a non-warrior character's armor class by 1/2 his level. That would be you.
Yeah.
So, warriors who choose to parry reduce armor class by 1/2 their level +1.
Oh.
So,
So I'm level 7, so I would go lower by 4.
correct.
Okay, so I'm 7, so I'd go by 3.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
So, yeah, so subtract that from your armor class. So when
So
they
you're
say
rocking
what they
it.
hit, you'll tell me if that's success or failure. So we'll start with the guy on the left, trying to get you.
Nope. That should be.
You know what I just said? Did I say?
Are they just coming at us with the hands, or are
Yes.
they brandished weapons?
No, they have their hands that have these like painted fingernails. Just imagine goth adults,
Right on.
except for with sharpened teeth in the front. All right. Okay. So the one on you, that hits an armor class of 0.
Barely.
Barely. Okay.
Yes.
So
Barely.
they, how many attacks do they get here? Just that. Okay.
Please don't do damage.
Okay. So that would be this.
Please don't do damage.
7 points of damage, and you need.
I think I'm down a couple of PSPs. Am I? Yeah. Wait, no. I'm sure I've regained them by now. How many hours since
Since you've been traveling, and then you had that.
No,
short
since
rest
this morning. Since
At
this
the
morning.
end. How many hours since this morning?
Yeah.
I seem to remember like maybe 3 or 4.
Alright. How long have we been conversing?
Half an hour.
Alright, so I should be at full PSPs then.
Okay. And you lose 2 points of strength.
Oh shit, it's one of those.
Okay. On Garrett.
Oh boy.
That's the same roll. Armor class of 0.
Negative.
All right. So it comes in, tries to claw at you. You're able to use your shield and keep it at bay as it claws straight across it. And and it's back in its square. And then on you.
Come on, a 1. A 1. I want to see a 1.
That is an armor class of -4.
Yeah,
Okay.
Put in it, Randy.
Waldor, you take 7 points of damage. And you lose 2 points of strength. Okay, and now it is the loser's side of fast. Well, you've all done that. Zero's going to move back here like he said he was going to the door, and she's parrying, so that's all. So, that is the end of the round. Anything going on? No maintenance costs or anything. So we then move.
Can I withdraw
what about
at the end of
the
the
sheriff?
No, because you parried.
I didn't.
No, he
I
didn't.
didn't parry.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, that's right. You tried to turn. So you can move, but you'll be subjected to 2 attacks. So, well,
If I withdraw.
You can't withdraw and make an action.
yes.
Oh,
You can take a half move,
but I suffer.
but you will be subjected to an attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Okay. So,
Sure.
the sheriff is going to move up and he's going to say, "Damn it, stand down. This is going to get real bad." And the undead there are like, "This is the only way we're going to get justice with these soft judges." Yeah. Next round. Actions, and you 3 are in the front, so we'll just go from left to right. Ein, you're first. Action.
Harry. Or. Yeah, Harry.
Garrett,
Perry.
and you.
And if I withdraw now, I don't suffer.
Correct.
Opportunity. I withdraw.
And of course, they can always follow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind Garrett and past the White Witch, so that they have to engage.
Just make everybody in the square here. That's fine. That's not a big deal. There. All right. Okay, so that's the way it is now. So, initiative, please.
I got you.
8 and 9.
I should have rolled, motherfucker.
6.
It was cocked. The first one was cocked.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was sitting on the steps.
So,
Yeah, it was-
anyone,
Luckily, because it was a 10.
I know. That's why I said what I said.
so when you withdraw,
Oh, there's the one.
when you withdraw, you can move half, and for you that would be 3 squares.
All right.
So you
So,
go
Where's the laser?
1.
You get the laser.
I have 1 here. Should be one a different one down there,
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's okay.
there is.
So I'm gonna move over here.
I don't think you can make it
You can't.
if you're from here. Well, you can
Okay,
move
I
through
can
a
move
friendly
through
square,
them,
so
right.
theoretically you can go 1, 2, 3.
I want to be there.
With that diagonal roll, it works.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, with the
Okay.
diagonal roll, it works. Keep it.
Yeah, you might as well
Oh.
if the other one isn't over there. Here. Okay.
Hold on.
So, on fast, it is their turn. This ball moves under the table.
The ball gets action.
On Ein.
Oh, combat.
That is an armor class of -8.
Miss.
You take 8 points of damage, and you lose 2 points of strength. On Garrett. Oh, that is an armor class of 6.
Why can't I have that one? Fuck you, Garrett.
And since you are not economy, it's going to move here and attack you. Armor class of 4, that's a miss.
When should I
All right. Loser side of fast. Nothing. Continue to parry.
Power. Oh, never mind.
All right.
Sheriff, help me.
He will move up here and he will say, "I told you to stop being the aggressor," and he will attack that one. And ooh, he hits. Nice. And then you see him, he stabs that creature, and the creature just looks down and pulls the blade out and goes, "You know that ain't gonna work, old man." And Raspy's like, "Ah, fuck! Only magic affects these motherfuckers." And
If only you had the spirit.
at the end of the round, any half moves from anyone except for him, hearing nothing, we go to the next round. Actions, and we'll start with Ein.
Power.
Garrett.
Harry,
The sheriff is like, yeah, but I can still grapple your stupid ass, you cold-hearted fuck.
We're not trying to kill
No.
him. Fuck.
I don't know if you want to play zero or not. I'm fine with it if you do.
You would pretty much just
Hang out.
yeah. Because there's nothing you can really do.
All right.
Yeah.
And Volmir will. Nope, she's going to do the second.
All right. Power, as I previously stated.
All righty. Does that have everybody's actions?
Yes, sir.
All right, roll initiative. T-A-4.
I got it. I don't know if you want to do it since we're doing round
Go
robin.
ahead.
3. All right.
That's why I said, go ahead.
Anyone on very fast?
Yes. I'm gonna attempt to use power. It's a small little guy called teleport. And based off of that, I'm going to. All right. Just gonna do the smallest one. So that means I have, because the smallest one is 6 squares, and that's plenty. And I'm gonna pop from me next to my brother, basically. Well, assuming. All right, I rolled a 13. That is a success. That's my cost, and there's an audible pop as I disappear from where I currently am and end up right there, other side.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
End up next to my brother.
Near Volmir go. Oh, great.
Sorry, Wilmer, you're better at this than me. I'm not attacking.
Okay.
she
Anybody
doesn't
on
have armor.
fast? You're still parrying. All right. So he will attempt to grapple this one. And he is not like, he doesn't care that he's there. He's mad at you. So he gets +1. So the first thing he has to do is get a hold of it. And that hits an armor class of nope. Can't get a hold of him. Can't get into his square. Can't have it hold still, you fucking pointed tooth bastard. Okay. And then she's doing the same parrying. I don't even remember what you said, so
I'm just standing there. Is there any metal
move
on
up.
those guys?
well, actually, yeah, he will then turn and attack Garrett as well. So apparently they're mad at you.
Sorry, Garrett, you have a good armor class. I don't.
Do they have metal on them?
Make me a perception check.
No observation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sure I seen something. 18 plus 14 is.
They have buttons and buckles.
Okay.
All right. So the first guy on the left, on Garrett. He hits an armor class of -2.
No.
Miss. All right. The second one in the middle. He hits an armor class of same roll, -2. Damn. And the last one, that is even worse. A miss. They all 3 miss. So you're just bashing this one, using your spear to kick the other one away.
Wait a minute.
Okay. And Zero looks at you, I guess, and says, "What do we do?"
They're helping us out immensely by attacking us. We just need to wait for more economies to show up. Speaking of, move. Go to the door. Yell for help.
Actions?
Hey,
I guess I will go for help.
Let me okay. Volmir's like, can't you try to control them? That's what she says to you as you're standing behind her.
They're too strong for me.
All right.
I
roll.
tried that. Didn't work, remember?
No other actions. You're gonna move.
Me,
Did you want to take a half move at the end of the round?
yeah, sure.
Okay, where do you want to go?
To the door and open it.
Okay. And then what? Just stay there?
Whenever I can, I'm trying to yell out.
Okay. All right, roll initiative.
So,
There you go.
Be a 6.
8.
All right. And went on very fast. No?
Well, I was gonna run, but I'm not doing that now. So.
Fast. All righty.
help, we're under attack.
Garrett, the first one. That is a miss. So not only is it a miss, but it's a possible.
Help us, Garrett. One can Obi-Wan. You're our only hope.
The one on the left,
Cool. So
he's moving back and forth, and then he thinks he sees an opening. But what he does is he goes like that, and you put your shield up, and he goes whack, ah! And it bangs his hand off your shield. And okay, that's it. Okay, the one in the middle, that hits an armor class of 1. That's a miss. And the one on the right hits an armor class of a natural 20 and a nothing. So, Garrett, that hits an armor class of -9. Is that a hit?
barely.
Okay. Garrett, you take 9 points of damage and you lose 2 points of strength. All right, so now the loser side of fast.
I yell.
You yell out,
Help, we're under attack. We're being attacked. Help.
okay.
That's it. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right. Raspajastus is going to try and wrestle him again because that's all he can do. And that actually is good enough. So that is Raspajastus. Let's see. Total of 20. They get a +4 bonus. And they get a 35. So he is unable to grapple them. And now we go to the end of the round.
I'm gonna try picking up a skin piercer on the ground and using it to hold the bad bag. By poking it through.
Okay, you take a half, you move over and you pick it up, and then that's where you're done.
Can I say something at the end of the round?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the sheriff, what do you want me to do?
He says, take him down. Natural 20.
Game on.
There you go.
They won't listen. They've entered the blood rage. And as you look,
Do I hear that too?
Right. Oh yeah, everyone hears it.
All right, Garrett, I'm behind you.
So Volmir's like,
Of course.
me too. Yes, you white freak bitch. He says, although unless you have some type of magic, you're not going to defeat him. So actions, and we'll start with you because you're the closest.
Attack.
Okay. He's going to try to grapple. He tells her, try to knock them down or trip them or something. So she's going to try for a grapple.
Olivia, throw the pot.
With a pot.
Yeah, the clay pot that I cast the fire trap spell on it.
All right, what's your action?
I grab skin piercer.
Yeah, you got it now.
Okay, I want to try to attack with it from
So
behind.
you're gonna attack. That's
from behind thing, or
You
like
can.
shove it,
You're gonna attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And then power. You okay? And Zero. Does he have anything he can do? He can armor himself, I guess.
Yeah, but he would have heard unless you have magical, and he doesn't have anything that do that.
He did take compact.
Oh, he did. Yeah, but they don't have anything.
And clothes on.
True. I guess he would probably just try and help us get initiative. So
There you go.
Combat
We'll
mind.
try combat mine. Okay. Roll initiative, somebody.
I got it.
Beat a 1, 3. Okay. On very fast. They go. So they're still pissed at you. So
Actually, there's one other thing.
on the left, it's an armor class of 4. That's a miss. One in the middle, it's an armor class of 2. That's a miss. And one on the right, it's an armor class of 8. That is a miss. We now go to fast, or the little guy there. He's going to try and grapple the one on the left with a plus. Okay, he enters the square. Now, little guy's trying to grapple the big guy. So the little guy gets a 23. The big guy gets
One
gets a
plus 4.
uh 25.
Damn.
Close. Okay. And then Volmir will try to grapple with that one.
is she gonna throw the pot? You got the pot on her.
Too close.
18. She enters the square. So now we can do. She got a natural 20.
Yeah, Volmir.
So that puts her at something. Let's see what he gets.
Her strength is mine.
Natural 20. So he's able to push her. He won the strength contest. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Your turn. And his turn.
Yeah.
So roll for 0. See if it's close.
8. He succeeds.
Okay.
That should be.
So he has combat mind up now.
Yes.
And you said you were using powered, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. How many squares is that from me? Too far.
Is what from you?
Behind the one that Volmir's on. That's what, 8 squares, 9 squares?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So behind.
6, 7.
Damn, of course. Just out of range.
From this square to that square is 7. Yes.
Of course, it's just out of range. All right, I'll still do. And then how about the square right next to him? Should be 6, right?
6.
All right, power. And then teleport, but that's my new target.
Okay.
I begin to focus my energy. And I imagine, and I just picture that sound, that audible pop. And I think of me moving instantly from where I am to my target. And I just picture basically me traveling at basically lightning pace, getting next to it. As I try to just teleport. Oh shit. Alright. So this is the I forget what you said. Normal chances, right? No advantage or anything. Because that will determine.
I was thinking go ahead and roll with advantage because
Alright, that helps out a lot. Alright. It's still a fail, but it's not
not a critical fail.
yeah, it's
Okay.
not 20.
All right, so you use half your PSP and then you don't go anywhere. You hear this sound.
What was that?
And you turn around, he's like, what happened? What distracted you?
Well, besides the obvious, there's some friggin' tooth fangs creatures that have really just taken a lot out of me. I feel a lot weaker.
I bet you do.
You know, I just feel very fatigued all of a sudden, like I'm carrying a lot more weight.
Uh-oh, I bet you do.
In fact, I do. I've already looked at it. I'm probably first or second level encumbered.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Probably just first.
So what's your movement rate now? Same?
It should be 9.
Okay. Very
It
well.
should be
Very
first
good.
level
Keep track of that, please.
That's my strength.
Okay. So he did that. I guess and she did that, and they both rolled natural 20, so that was fucked up. So now on average, it's between well, Waldor, you could have moved when you wanted, you just couldn't
I'm
attack.
waiting till the last one to move.
Okay.
and attack.
So you're up. Which one would you like to attack? Left,
Straight in front of me.
center, or okay, so this guy here.
Armor class of 8.
That is a miss. Did you take into account your loss of 2 points of strength?
No, I did not.
That
Oh,
might
shit.
affect your
That'll
to hit
affect it. Yeah, it will. Dude, you
By
don't have
one.
an adjustment.
just by one.
Yeah.
Okay, well just keep track of it. Okay, you miss, and then we go to the end of the round.
I move forward and
1, 2, and then you will. If you were to attempt to get in the same square with either of these two, you could. And you could attack with no penalty, but depending on what weapons they use, you might mess with them. So,
well, I was
can't-
going to try to use the spear to poke through them.
well, the spear only has a reach of 1, so you got to be in an adjacent square.
All right, I hand the spear then to Volmir. Use this. It's magical.
All right. Let's see. All right.
She take it?
Well, it's not her turn.
Okay.
A lot of commotions going on. Is anybody?
Not yet.
Um,
Not yet. Apparently, it's lunchtime.
so I got a question, John.
They're all in siesta.
What does that do for exceptional?
It takes it down by 10.
By 10% or
Mhm.
oh, that's not that bad.
So I don't know if he has a percentile, but you would be down 20% on whatever that is.
My percent's 13,
All the time?
18, 13.
So if you lose 10, it would be 3. If you lose another 10, you would go to
17
18.
or just regular 18? Okay.
All right. So at the end of the round, she takes the spear. And that is it. So now that you actually have attacked, that's a point of fatigue. Volmir has 2 points of fatigue so far. All right. And now next round, we go actions. She will attack. He will again try to grapple.
Move. Take him down.
Attack.
You?
I'm going to try to distract them somehow to help the other people. fucking make funny faces at them, extreme comments. Something.
Okay, hold on here
I can do
because
something
there,
along that line.
you might want to try something else. And that would be, I think it's if you're, no, that's not what I want. If you are moving up and threatening, you can do the help action and it would give someone else a bonus to their.
He steadies your back so you can have a firm base. One of the powers technically allows me to do that. I can also
Okay, you can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you.
Oh.
You feint, distract the target, or in some other way team up to make your allies' attack more effective. If your ally attacks the target before your turn, the first attack roll is made with advantage. Or before your next turn, I should say.
I'll
So
do that.
the creature has to be within 5 feet
of you.
of the two of you. Unless the other creature has range or reach or something. So,
So I'm not close enough.
well, no, but you can move. You can take a half move to get somewhere. Theoretically, you could move here and then help out either Raspy or Garrett, or you could move
Yeah, but then they can all attack.
2, 3, and you could help her because you'd be here, and this guy would be within 5 feet. So you have a couple different ways to go. You could even try to squeeze through here and suffer an attack of opportunity and get behind. Okay, so roll initiative, somebody.
What you do?
Beat a 7. Who's rolling?
7, actually.
Did you roll?
Yeah. Dirty 7.
Ah,
I rolled an 8, but we have combat mind, which means we
no.
rolled a 7. It's a dirty 7.
all right, simultaneous monkey. Roll a d20. See what happens to. I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Happens to you. Roll it again.
What number do I? Shit. 15, 16. Roll a 16. I rolled a 6.
A 6. Huh?
Not a
Let's-
team.
Let's see what that is. Close quarters.
That's you.
2 enemies that threaten each other find themselves inside one another's reach and are effectively grappled.
Yes, this helps as long as it's not you.
Let's go with I like Volmir, Garrett, and Raspy Justice to all roll 20s.
Want me to roll?
So
for
this
her?
is Volmir, and she rolled an 8.
And I'm rolling for Raspy Jasper.
What'd you get? 13. And Raspy got a 1. So you and this guy are grappled. You're in the same square. So when you are grappled, I will read to you what that means, unless you remember already.
No, I
Okay, so
no, I don't know.
you're both in the same square. To free yourself from the grapple, you have to either grappled characters cannot move until they free themselves, and they cannot make attack of opportunity. You can try to get a hold, or you can use a size S weapon, or you can try to get out. So theoretically, you could try to be aggressively wrestling, escape from the wrestle, or use a small weapon, which unfortunately your hands are not on a small weapon right
Are these creatures our size?
Yes. So there wouldn't be any
Negative.
4-point bonus her size difference, like old Justice is having
Dealing
to
with.
deal with. All right, so
Justice.
now we go to
somebody.
very fast. So
I said move. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna look for that string.
anyone? No?
Not very.
Okay. On fast, they have natural weaponry, so their speed is 1. Does anyone of you guys have a 1 on your? No? All right.
Movement.
So,
Oh, I go very fast.
okay.
So I'll move,
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. And your action is to help Volmir, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this guy on Volmir, that's armor class 8. That's a miss, I think.
So I roll over there and I'm
That
like,
actually might be.
You fucking piece of shit! Undead motherfucker! Hey, kiss my ass! Yeah, my little tiny white ass,
Braveheart.
brown ass.
Doing the Braveheart.
Hey, wait, I got a fart!
Armor class of 8. Yeah. She doesn't have any armor.
Yeah.
So that is a hit. Volmir takes
she doesn't have an armor? I thought we gave her
No.
stout or something.
No.
7 points of damage, and she loses 2 points of strength.
She's down.
She doesn't have a bonus to her AC from the dex.
Yeah, she does.
She does. That's all.
That's it.
He hit an 8. What's her AC?
2. 2 dex bonus means that she has remaining 8. We don't. We have
Okay.
armor class base.
Well, I understand that. I just thought.
Then we
I thought
go
she was
to
No,
that
never
one
did.
on Garrett.
Tried, but it never worked.
That hits an armor class of -5.
He's hidden while we're grappled.
Oh no, okay, you're right. Okay, so he will try to bite you. Let me double check that. That would make sense coming from a
He's thirsty.
creature with fangs like that, but no, he just gonna just a grapple. Okay. So he 16 hits an armor class of -5. He enters your square. Now
Well, they're already grappled.
make an opposed attack roll versus armor class 10. Oh, okay, I see. You're right. Okay, so he's trying to get you in a hold. So he hit. He hit 16. That okay. Roll a d20.
Natural 19.
All right, he is unable to achieve the hold. Okay. So,
Right.
this one here, it's an armor class of -8. Ouch. You take 6 points of damage.
I'm down.
Okay. And you lose 2 points of strength. All right, so you're down. All right. So, Rascal Justice misses. Okay. 0 is going to change his action.
Yeah.
And now we go to her on him, and she has advantage because you are distracting them. 19 minus 2 for being not proficient is a 17. That hits an armor class of minus something. That is a hit. On a spear, is that a D8?
Yeah. No, it's a D6.
D6?
Right. If I'm playing over there.
6 points of damage.
Hey, spear
Eight.
damage.
It's a
Is it an
D6.
8 or
On
a-
skin piercer,
Yeah.
Yeah, D6.
on size, medium,
Yeah.
Yes.
1d6.
Okay. She damages this guy, and 0 will move up, and take the spear. Okay. So that's been 5 rounds.
Can I move?
You may. Where do you want to go?
So I'm using my entire action to move, but I'm not. I guess I should run just to make sure I get there. The goal is to get behind him without suffering an attack of opportunity.
Behind this guy?
Yeah. Without suffering an attack of opportunity. I want you to go like there.
So what's your move right now?
9.
9. Okay.
I said I'd run if need be. Or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
no, where you? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All righty.
Actually, I guess I should have done that.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. 0 says, Jastus, what should we do? And Jastus says, we need to retreat. Volmir says, hell no. I say we fight. What do you guys say?
Grab Garrett and let's get the fuck out of here then.
All right, 4 seconds, or you say nothing and we call for actions. 1, 2.
Let's go.
All right.
Justice is right.
Where's the Iron Giant? Come help us! Command me!
Okay.
As loud as I can.
Shit. I wish I moved to a different spot now.
All right.
I got Garrett.
Actions.
I got Garrett. Move. Run, actually.
Running.
All right. Volmir's like, nah.
Throw the pot!
Make a charisma check.
I got Garrett. Don't worry, Garrett.
24.
Hey.
All right. Well, you must have read my mind because after 6 rounds,
Hey! Our savior! The protector has returned!
at the sight of this creature bursting in,
Oh, fuck, man. That was
Doors
great.
open.
they
That was great.
they still roll.
Come on, they have to be bitches right now. Come on.
All right. These two look over your shoulders and they're like, oh, and they have this defensive look. This one, however, is like, die, motherfucker, die. And he's going to try to stag him when he's down because he passed his morale check. So, roll initiative. Be a 6.
6. Kind of
I'll do your honor.
Well, no, you
No.
guys won.
5.
5.
Yeah. Oh, he checked that out then.
So, on whichever
Very
one,
fast, I yell command. Kill that one! You might die. 22.
didn't you? I thought you guys already said your actions.
I thought we did too.
Oh, okay.
You said
Oh,
run.
yeah, I
You said
said.
run.
All right. You?
That's not me.
No, I know.
Okay. I take the long way around, getting back to where, right next to my brother.
Okay.
And I make sure I don't suffer
Okay.
an
And then
attack.
he's like, help me.
I run. I got him.
Grab him and You have a hold of him, basically.
That's
Rasky Justice is going to try to block his attack on the down opponent. So we have opposed rolls. So the
If I was supposed to move, I should have moved around.
okay, yeah, you should have moved. Where do you want to go? Back here?
You're behind the big guy.
Okay, that's no problem. Okay, so then block.
We've never used that before.
It's the first time for everything tonight.
I want to.
Well, I mean, I have. I just don't remember.
I've never used it. I've never seen us use it.
I don't remember. It's like it's opposed rolls, and I will let you roll for Raspy there, Andy. Okay,
Is this
so
under combat actions?
chapter 2.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, let's see if the one hits you on the ground. You are prone, so it gets a +4 to attack. And it rolls a 17 for a 21, which hits an armor class of -10. So this will hit you unless you can roll to hit an armor class of 4. So roll a d20.
He's unconscious though.
Well, he's rolling for Raspy.
Natural 2.
Oh, man. Okay. So you're on the ground. You take, boy. That's unfortunate. Ugh. Okay, I wonder if I have rules for that.
Huh. Block is extremely awesome. That's what you need to be doing, Garrett.
Well, he kind of does.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
With his proficiency in shield.
Well, yeah, but
But I see
he
what
can
you're
also
talking about.
use it if we're side by side. He can use it to block for me with his offhand and give me a. Or, yeah, that's what you should be doing, bro. Need all the help I can get. That's actually
Okay.
cool.
Let's see.
Did you buy those the paint guys?
Yeah.
How long ago did you buy them?
Yeah, today.
You don't open those up. I got a ton of paint at my house you can have because I can't hold my hands steady enough to my hand.
Okay. Well, thanks. Do you have any brushes too? I have 2 brushes.
I have a couple. I can't tell you what condition they're in, but as far as the paint, I probably have all those colors of paint.
Okay. Defender sleeping or held?
Yeah.
Automatic. If the defender is attacked during the course of a normal melee, the attack automatically hit and causes normal damage. Oh, automatically hits and causes normal damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't roll a critical, so it's just normal damage. So, while you're on the ground, Garrett, you take 9 points of damage, and you lose 2 more points of strength. Okay. On their turn, they back away because they were scared of that.
As they should be.
You guys went, and Zero grabs him and drags him a few feet that way. Her turn is to go over and attack him because he apparently is so enraged and whatever. So, a natural 1. Yes.
Lower your hand.
How many hit points do you have?
I have -13.
-13. And
What's your constitution?
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's fine. So Garrett, unfortunately, has lifeless body, and you guys are dragging him, and the blood's like, and as the last attack punched down and ripped a huge hole in his neck. And he's like, oh shit! So Zero will attempt to do some kind of healing jam as soon as he can. So, that was a fail. That is a success. No fumble. All right. And then this creature will charge, or no, that hasn't happened yet. Okay. So, you're there and you're there. So the creature will move around. And will attempt a grab with a +2.
Doesn't he also get a +4 because he's a size bigger?
No.
Oh,
That's I see what you're saying.
yeah.
That would be moving into the square, and then it would be, yeah, he picks him up. Okay, so the next round, your brother is going to attempt some kind of healing jam on you.
His HPs are not the greatest.
Actually, let's see.
He didn't get to photosynthesis today. That much.
Yeah, but we don't. Do you know how many he has?
Below half, well below half. I know that much.
Yes, like that because he helped you.
Yeah. Like, I honestly would say that he probably doesn't have enough to even do a limb health that he needs to do cell adjustment.
What is cell adjustment?
Instead of giving health from you to somebody, all it does is you use PSPs to get health.
Oh.
It's what he did all the time.
Oh.
That's the name of it, cell adjustment. It's what he always did to heal. It's honestly really shitty. Early on, it's really shitty. And once when we have 100 plus PSP to play with, it's less shitty, but still pretty shitty.
Okay, so if he does,
I would assume it would have to be cell adjustment. I don't think he has limb health. Like it's an option right now.
he did a little bit of the photosynthesis while you guys were drinking that stuff. Plus, it's been a full week.
Has it?
Since the beards and all that? So I don't
Well,
know if
we
you
haven't
guys
fit-
been doing anything.
Well, no, we didn't know because we were asleep. We didn't
So,
know if it's been a full week.
I'll let you roll to see if he can activate his ability.
I wouldn't put me below my constitution.
Yeah, like because if it's been a full week and he's been getting 1 hit point a night for that week, then you'd still be up some. So I mean that.
Oh yeah, that's true. How much?
I mean a full at 1 hit point per day, unless he's been having complete rest both day and night.
Well, two. So add 14 points onto what you
He's
should
positive.
have.
I'm positive 1.
All right, so we'll just call it even. Then you're unconscious.
All right,
It's 0.
yeah.
All right,
I'm
that
not
changes
0,
things.
that's 0.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, who's on first?
I don't know.
No, he's on second.
Okay. So this creature seems to snap out of it once it's been picked up off the ground. But let's see. Maybe
His little
not.
feet dangling.
Yes. And it walks it over there, puts it there, and stands there. And they proceed, and they'll be like, "This isn't over.
So should I have that thing kill you then, so it's over with?
This isn't over. You're gonna pay. You don't get to just kill and get away
Teach
with
them a
it,
lesson,
piece of
creature. I tell it, teach them a lesson. They'll never forget. 25.
shit." Okay. It proceeds to bend down on the floor and start scratching symbols on the floor. And they're like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, And then it looks up and goes and stops moving. So Zero
They help us
will
out more than anything else right now.
attempt to.
Diagnose. Yeah, they helped us out so much right now. You
I
have
go
Natural
over there
20.
and I
Oh,
heal
he's
him.
fine. My diagnostic says he's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him.
I go heal him.
He'll get fine.
Oh, great Lord!
Great for me.
Adam, please, please bring forth all the healing that you can on my friend so that he may become whole once more. 4.
You can roll it twice.
I get +1. Right?
No.
No, oh, well, it's 3. So it's 3.
You have 3 hit points now, and you're awake, and
Which one were you doing?
you're able to do whatever you want.
Yeah,
So you were just
it's
zero,
D8,
so.
nothing else.
Stop the bleeding.
The bleeding stopped.
Okay.
Magic.
You have been soundly beaten up.
Mass whooping.
You're not.
Here, hold still. I again beseech thee, O great Adam, to please bring forth more of your ultimate power and lend forth to him. What the fuck?
Make a charisma check, please.
I haven't been 29.
29. Okay.
Yeah, change that die.
Yeah.
Change your dice.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that motherfucker must be
You
waiting.
and your brother both become under some kind of
What?
attack. And your mental defenses, whichever one you pick, what do you pick to try to keep it from destroying your mind?
Intellect Fortress. Holy shit.
I get to.
I'm not ready for this.
You,
I was casting Cure Light Wounds again.
okay.
Fuck, really?
A 1 twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the
That thing's fucking
at the
hurt.
same
Get that
time
thing
that you two, you and Hugh, are under attack, your spirit suddenly begins to soar, and you hear for lack of a better term, a song that both causes you to feel joy and sorrow, and you start to, as if your face became the two masks like they use for drama, where it's the smile and the frown.
Yeah.
It starts to alternate between, and you're like, and he casts this healing spell. Meanwhile, you guys are going, something's attacking, and you need to roll your power scores. So against you,
I'm successful, and I'm successful.
Did you beat a 3?
Oh,
What did you roll for your success?
okay, I rolled an 8.
Oh yeah, you wanted to beat a 3
Okay,
or
so
higher.
I'm still wanting to get high. Okay.
You
Higher
wanna get
without
as
going
high,
over.
Yeah,
Correct.
high as you can without going
Okay, now here's another.
So whatever that costs you to use that defense,
Yeah, I got
you
it.
manage to keep out the thing. And
Now-
then as quickly as that happens, it's gone.
Okay, I was just gonna say, one thing about Intellect Fortress is it does have an area effect beyond my own mind to other minds within a 3-yard radius. Just
Well,
as a
apparently
side
it
note.
only was affected because the other people don't seem to be
Gotcha.
affected except you. And as that's going on, you're over there and you're kind of sitting, on the ground like that. And you see him going, and as he touches you, and he's like, fuck. And then it's as if he got touched by Anim because a power surge goes through, and you need to roll your. What did you roll for your imprisonment check?
25.
25.
You get 25 hit points.
Holy smoke.
Can I get those back?
Thank you.
And now you need to do a Constitution check.
Woo!
I'm sorry, Wisdom.
That would be 24.
Okay, you're successful. You do not pass out from the hand of God.
I'm sorry, someone's attacking me with fucking defense.
Your brother's like, did you feel that?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I felt it too.
Did it hurt?
Now you're
I
starting to
feel-
calm down now. And
Yeah.
the only thing that's happening is your face is like full of sweat and tears, and it almost hurts because of
My
the tremors in
hand
your
is
face.
like trembling on your
Half
shoulder.
smile, half frown.
I'm gonna hold his shoulder, try to settle him down.
Okay.
And I'm telling him, I said, we need to talk about your religion.
I sit down and I just kind of
Was that good or bad?
Who are you talking to?
Brother.
Fuck, I don't know. What do you think it was?
I don't
What's
know.
wrong with him? And what's wrong with and wow, you look better.
Yeah, you almost look like better than you were before.
This is the best I felt in a week. 2 weeks.
What had happened?
Dude, Waldor. Oh, fuck. Calling on the ultimate power of God.
Oh, thanks, Anna. That was you trying to get in my head. I'm sorry.
Holy shit. Dude, my head is like fucking killing me.
If you need help, I'll carry you to where we gotta go.
I'm not like that, but
I don't like hearing
fuck, that's like
there.
we're not meant to take like fucking that through us.
What happened to you? Were you violated?
He like reached out through me to heal him. And that's like something I'm scared to feel ever again.
I don't
Maybe I
believe
should have
it.
let him in.
Huh? Oh, they're gone, by the way.
Maybe I should have let him in. I think he tried to talk to me and my
So
brother.
of course, Zero says, yeah, definitely let him in next time. Oh yeah, let him in.
No.
Let him in. See what happens. What can happen? Nothing. You're talking to a god. What's the worst that can happen? Just do it. Just do it. Come on, pussy.
Hey, we need to go back to that shit.
No, that's exactly what
was
Sean
that
would
even
say.
close or?
No, that's exactly what Sean would say.
Just
That's
checking.
if we're allowed to.
Hey, Raspy, can we go back to that shed? I'm
Hey,
sure this
roll a-
changes everything.
Roll a charisma check.
So
19, so that's what? 33?
33
says-
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. And then he's like, they're not going to come back for a while anyway.
What do you think the judges are gonna say about this?
that for a second time,
I don't
upon
know.
visiting your land,
They're going to have to get a report from someone that's, unless I will tell them if I run into them, but I don't think I want to hang out here right now with those.
Will you please come back at a later time when we reconvene?
Do I think that thing could fit
I've
in-
never seen that. That's fucking scary.
I understand, and now this has happened to us twice.
What was the other time?
When we were in the house, they attacked us, as we previously stated. You
Look,
see,
I saw this one.
I
Don't
understand.
talk to me about the other time. I saw this one. So I saw this one and I saw this one. The other one I didn't see. Don't try to confuse me.
Hey, do I think that statue
Come on, let's
could
go.
fit?
You go ahead and get up.
But this depends on that.
Do I think the statue would
Do I
fit?
think the statue would fit in that tunnel that we were in the shed?
maybe if it can crouch down. You got to remember this is large, and that tunnel might be. I mean, it.
Protect us. We'll throw it to the side. Oh, that's a 33 again.
All right,
This is once we get to the shack, have him stand at the
come
door,
on, let's
keep
go.
guard.
We can talk on the way.
So we
Keep your head down and try not to draw any attention. And you guys head on out. And I would like you to roll me a d12 because you're rolling terribly. And
I'll be like my uncle.
3.
Not a one.
I'll roll it again. It was kind of tight. 5. So it's going.
all right, so that scene is that scene is concluded.
Yeah, you're rolling die 12. You're rolling man. I feel so appreciated. Holy shit, man. Beware
That's what
of
happens when you have shitty dice roll and terrible charismas. Everyone hates you, and you don't know why. Maybe it's because you have shitty charismas. That can't be it. You're rolling low dice, motherfucker.
So are we back at the hut yet?
Yeah, because nothing. D12 said nothing happened.
So
We need to
that
talk about your God.
all right.
Along the way, though.
After what he did right there.
Hey, wait! Along the way back, it's still daylight out. There is that place that you can ride on a conveyor belt and get that drink if you want. That's what Rasky says. But it's up to you.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
we
you
should
feel
get
better?
something to eat or
It
something.
always
to
makes
go
me
eat.
feel better. But it's up to you. Seriously, I think you've earned this choice now.
Please. Let's,
Then
Hey, does
follow
that
me.
drink make us sleep or something?
only when you drink the whole glass of it.
No, we only had one glass though. That's
I didn't
I
have any.
drank the whole
I
glass.
didn't have
of it.
any.
Oh, that explains it. I came by there and checked on, and you guys were like sleeping, and I just
for how long? Because I don't remember having this.
several days.
I'm not drinking.
I don't like to keep track of days because then that means you're getting closer to the end.
I didn't have anything to drink. I freaking saw it.
Yeah, that's
I drank
weird.
that big old, well, the picture of it.
Yeah, but we slept just as long as you had next to nothing.
Let's see.
It's not normal for us to sleep that long.
Let's see. Volmir says
Something.
something, and Zero says
Nothing.
eh. So Zero says, well, I don't drink enough of it, so I don't know. And Volmir says, well, maybe it was just like, and then she says, oh, wait, that didn't happen to me. I don't know. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So anyway,
Well, yeah, let's have something to eat and drink really quick before we go back.
so
I'm not drinking.
you go
I'll have water.
get on the conveyor belt, and you're like, whoa, the ground is moving under your feet, and you hear these.
Are we
feelings
feeling?
every so
Are
often?
you
and
feeling stronger by any chance? I'm feeling my fatigue wear off.
Not yet. Maybe never.
Is Zero carrying the other skin piercers? Still?
Volmir was.
Oh, vulnerable? No, Zero took it, didn't he?
No, he took
No,
yours.
he took yours.
Oh, okay.
So he gives that back.
Thank you.
I have the one that you used to have, and
Volmir has.
now
the other
Volmir
one.
has the other one. And she's like, cool.
Should we give that back to?
All right, so you
Maybe
he
this
says, watch your
one-
step. So he says, I would say let's just grab and go, but I don't. I think you should sit down. So you go and grab a mug and you dip it in the thing as you go by, and then you hop off and you go and sit down, and there's some chairs and a table, and it's a pretty comfy little scene. You're sitting around the table, and Zero says, "Is the sun out?" I say, "Yep." I'm gonna photo shoot you. Okay. You're successful.
Literally, the only way he fails is if he rolls a 20. He succeeds every other time. I think that's funny.
That's certainly convenient.
Yeah. Either something really good happens, either normal stuff happens, or meh.
So how does this contraption work?
Rasky says, "Well, I'm no engineer, but the way I understand it, if you look over there, you see that like squat, low, round building with the 3 smokestacks?
Yeah.
So they take water from the stream, or I mean, they've diverted part of the stream to come down, and they fill up, or it goes into the building, which then goes into, occasionally they fill like these large, I don't know, buckets or barrels or something. And they cook the fire cooks the barrels. These are barrels made of metal, though they're not made of wood. And
That's a lot of
it creates a lot of sound, from what I've heard, inside of these barrels. And then out of the top of the barrels, it's got like a super hot, I don't know what
smoke.
I call it, like cloud. Looks like a cloud, like it. You know what fog is? It's like that, but it's hot. And they use that to move things. And then they attach that to all sorts of other things, and they can use that turning thing to make other things turn. So like the thing, see that when he points over there, see how the wheels turn underneath, but it's got the long wraparound thing. That's how it gets it to turn. And I think they do the same thing with the thing in the sky. I don't know how they get it to stay in the sky, but that's how they get the I call them the board wings. Because you know a bird has wings. Well,
Right.
it's like they don't go like this, they go like this.
Have you ever been on the thing that's been in the
No,
sky?
fuck that. No. I'd rather fight the protector than fucking go up there. And then he's like, not really, but then he's like, takes a big drink and he's like, ooh, a little vanilla in this one today. I'm going back for another one. And he just gets up and goes back over there.
12 things we didn't talk about.
Meanwhile, do you try it?
Mhm.
It's tasty. It's not nearly the same taste as that fruity thing.
Yeah,
This tastes almost similar to a home brew of what someone in the village has made. And you know that they used like this root off of a tree. And that's what gives it this special flavor. And you're like, it's like that, only like smoother, if you could say that. I don't
Not as
even.
harsh.
Yeah. So, it's up to you whether you want something to give you a kick in the ass or if you want to smooth. I'm guessing smooth, but that's up to you. And it's a little warm. It's like
so drinking sake.
I never drank sake, so I couldn't tell you, but yes. So anyway, you wanted to have a conversation. So he's up getting another drink,
He
and then
walks away.
Yeah.
I mentioned, hey, after a rest, I can help 2 people restore their strength, and then I have to rest again before I can heal the other 2.
I'm feeling a little weak, like physically.
Yeah, when they touch us, they fucked us up. Yeah, I can. That's what I'm talking about.
You feel that?
Oh yeah.
Do you still feel it?
Homer's like, I feel it too. Now that you mention it, I know I got ripped into pretty good at one time.
I don't know if this will go away naturally, but at least I believe, my prayers will fix it.
If not, probably zero. My brother can do something.
So Volmir says, well, praise Anna.
So a couple things. First of all, we just got a major help. We just got a lot of help. Do y'all see that?
Yep.
Do you understand how we got help?
Yeah. So
Yes,
Hold on.
coming back.
Volmir says, yeah, I do, even though I don't, because I don't know what you're going to say. So
So, I
Well,
mean,
she
the
acts
fact
like
that
she
they
does.
attacked us out of nowhere,
Yeah, I
that's
think
exactly what happened back at the house.
I think
They
they're
attacked
just
us out of
gonna-
nowhere.
They're
And
gonna
just,
just claim insanity.
You know? no, it's not about that. It's about them being unstable and attacking us out of nowhere.
Yeah, but they're.
It's
still
about
just
them
lying.
being unstable and attacking us out of nowhere.
Look. We've tried to use logic with them and it doesn't work.
We got
It's
a
only
witness.
their.
We got their sheriff as a witness this time.
Yeah, but
This is the exact same thing that happened the last time. They went crazy.
I think.
But we
in the
need
end,
to
they're
be
just
careful.
gonna
We
take-
need to be careful to word it.
They're just gonna take it into their own hands.
We need to be careful to word it.
the sheriff walks over and he's like, see that fine looking gal over there? And he points and there's a guy on me over there that's like that. He says, I need to forget about what just happened.
Have fun.
I'll catch up with you.
Okay.
And he turns and he grabs her hand and she's like, they run off to do who knows what.
So,
Is there
leaving you guys there by yourselves and meanwhile all these other little
speaking
the
people
protector's around, right?
coming
Hey,
around.
I think he's got the right idea.
I think so.
Is there any other
Yeah, he rolled a
nice
rolled
counties?
successful.
Is there any other nice counties around here?
They're well, sure. I don't know what your taste is, but there's although
Short
they're
and
all
fuzzy.
they're all kind of pale skinned and
Yeah. Well, you gotta take what you
you
get.
I was gonna say it depends on what your lane is. That's for you to decide. I mean, they're all
BGC, whether they like BGC.
don't know what that is. Big Gal Club?
No, BBC is big black cock, so BGC. would be
Oh, big
government
government cock. Okay, yeah. That's kind of an oxymoron, but that's okay.
It is an oxymoron. So, second thing. You know how every time we go somewhere, I keep saying I figured it out? I think I figured this one out.
So wait,
Yeah.
Zero goes, oh, here we go. I can't wait for this one.
Wait,
You ain't
hold
figured
on.
shit out,
I need
brother.
a couple more drinks before you go into this. The last,
You overlooking the biggest thing there is.
What?
dude, this is figured out. We know exactly what we knew, where to go,
Yes, there's
how to
two of
get
them.
there.
I don't think if we go, it'll stay with us.
We don't know that.
Yeah, well, we'll try. Take a
I don't
look.
know if it. Wait, I look over at Volmir. She still has it, doesn't she? She never handed it. That works. I don't
She
think.
says, you know what's interesting though? This thing's trying to talk to me and I won't let it
Yeah, I'm sure.
because my kind has defenses against whatever thing this is putting out. I don't quite understand it, but I don't know if it's the same thing or not. All I,
I don't
know
think
is
it's the same
my
thing.
people are less affected by things that can affect our minds than
My people,
Your
but me and my
race.
brother
I
can.
can tell you that I know for a fact that that weapon has a will of its own.
I want to try and talk to it.
but it's definitely like I can tell also it's not for me because of that. I mean, it wouldn't be I wouldn't be using it to its full potential.
Like our
You know what I
friend
mean? So
across the way can.
who's our friend across the way?
I'm pointing at Garrett.
Oh,
Just like, and I go, just like yours is probably.
I haven't even tried it yet.
I know,
I haven't even bothered taking it off.
but
What's the point?
it came back to you, so it's yours. That one's his.
So then what's what do we think this next one's? Who would it be for? Then I guess you or
I don't know.
me? No, you or him.
I don't know.
We don't know
Maybe.
we don't know what the next one is.
I don't know.
Other than it's heart needle.
Yeah, that's it. All I was gonna say is, do you remember back in the first place we went? Also, remember going before that. Remember the list of weapons and the order that we were given them in? Think about it. We went to the third one on the list. We ended up found him. Went to the fourth one. We went somewhere past him. I think we're before all of that. Because think of it. As Galley said, he's the last of his kind. They're everywhere. He said that their kind were great engineers, could build fantastic things. Okay? And if the vault, I point to the mountain, I would bet that the vault is in there.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to draw out the, give you guys just a quick
And I
sketch
kind
of the town.
I kind of look around.
I
Are we in
forgot
a
something.
divot?
I make a list of things I want to do all week, and then
Are we in a
I
divot?
lose it.
Can I tell if the land around us is sloped down?
You can roll a 20.
I'm just trying to look
Hey,
like
I'm
far
gonna
out.
roll
You can
my,
try.
my die 6.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Yeah, not sure.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, I think that mountain.
Wait, so are you saying
the
that you
islands.
think that? Okay.
I think that's the island, and I think that we are in the lake before it was a lake.
Okay, so
All right.
What I think.
So I look around.
you guys came from this way, just to give you an idea, right? And then
Tree line.
yeah, so we'll say here is that hill, but it's
Top graphic.
you're looking at it from the top. It's like, and then this is where the big guy is laying on the throne. Okay, so this is like you know how the highway cuts through the rock?
Yeah.
That's what this, if you're looking this way, that's what that is. Except it's overgrown with plants and everything. But you know that that's what it is. And then there's like trees and stuff on the top of this. And then over here is kind of where you went. And this is where all of the conveyor belts started. So like over here was the temple that you went to. And then right over here is the little inn where you had the drinks, and then the shed's like up here. So,
But I mean, think.
and then the big trees are all around here.
Mhm.
So does this help at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like right now,
You
you
said something
you
about
guys
a
are like
library.
here on like a little side tram that came back. So at the base of this hill, there's other things, and you're in this little building here, and you're outside, and you're enjoying it.
See, I mean, like you said, I'm sure that we were way.
Those things just go in every different direction.
Yeah.
But
They don't
Yeah, it's
tend to do a lot of. They don't do a lot of like this. It's just more straight, and then they stop it.
If I see a
And
For
golf,
some reason,
It'll get you close to the next one to get on to
Yeah.
go that.
if I see one of my kind come by,
oh, they're all over the place.
yeah, and just like one come close, I want to wave them over, catch them.
Okay. Roll me a charisma check.
18.
Yeah. He kind of looked you up and down, and then he was like, so they seem to not.
Careful.
There's something about you that
Dark
has
skin.
set them off.
Yeah, the dark skin.
So for the time being, it doesn't look like anyone's willing to come. Like you guys are almost given room, if you will,
So
because
the
all of you are
waitress-
strangers.
Waitress comes over.
She
to tell her
does.
name. I want to catch her.
Okay.
So when she comes over,
And she comes over, and she's speaking a language you understand, and she says, "Hi, my name's Windus. What can I do for you for?" Oh, you've really been out in the sun.
I'm always this tongue.
That's okay. You still drink, right?
Yeah. Hey, is there a library? Do you know what a library is?
I've heard of it.
So
I think most book learning's done through the temple.
through the temple.
Yeah,
That'll help.
but you'd know that, wouldn't you? She's looking at your raiments.
I am not from here.
Where are you from?
A different place.
Okay, that's okay. Just so long as you're.
See, as you can see, I'm darker skinned.
Yes, I noticed. Does it hurt?
No. How my kind are.
Why is your hair all white?
Right. Has it always been white?
Yeah.
Didn't I show you the picture I pulled up of what you look like? Or you don't remember?
I remember.
Remember? It was
Yeah, an old Aborigine.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like the quickly down under.
Yeah, exactly.
So imagine that,
Name's
but
Roy.
with now they have, pale pink skin that all these, and their hair is like all kinds of different colors, red and
Green.
well, no, I mean like brown,
Black.
blonde, black. Occasionally you will see one very rare that has like a hint of green to it, but there seems to be something going on with them as in like a profession, because you notice their clothes also have a lot of green stitching. So there's something, they're trying to match something up,
Color coordinated.
but for what reason you don't know.
But think about, I think, okay, also, we've always been going to the same place in the previous two, you know what I mean?
No, I agree.
And the map always pointed to the island. It points to that hill. I think we're in the far past to where we've been. And I
That's
think
what I said
the
to
next
begin
time
with.
we go, I think the next time we go, we're going to be in between now and when we first met him. We're going to be somewhere in between. And I'm sure that there'll be water, but it won't be that high. I don't know.
I think it'll be really high.
I don't think so.
So Volmir says, well, first, what makes you think that?
Just everything I just explained.
Because in my time there was desert around, and in that desert we have received water. So the next time we'll be here, there should be lots of water.
Wasn't there desert the second time? too?
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad. And
And there was more water.
Yeah.
So now there's no water and it's all forest. And then you're saying the next time there's going to be water.
Okay, but if I lay out a timeline, if I lay out a line, when we first went back, when we first went on this quest, we were here. I think then next what we did was we went to here. And I think now we're actually way over here. And I think the next time we'll be, here. This is where we started. See what I'm getting at?
I mean, I understand. I guess I wasn't listening when you said you explained why you
No,
thought we would go
So something you guys
to that last place after this one.
I think it's because, again, Gally said that he was the last of his kind. That him and his brother
Well,
were
that
the
makes
last
sense.
of his kind. So if that's the case,
Are you sure these are your people?
I think they are.
look around.
And I think
We
Darker,
speak the same language.
we would have had travelers.
I mean, there's some
Player VM.
nuances.
With the exception of the couple, no offense, but you're all about the same height, you're the same build.
Player DM. We would have had,
It's
back in our town, there would have been the occasional traveler that was maybe a darker
it's like
complexion. probably came
I've heard
from the
stories
more
about
south.
people
There,
down by the
probably
great oceans.
not.
Okay, we're
Where
way far north.
They're
Yeah.
all lived by the ocean all the time, that their skin is really, really dark. For us to live up north, our skin doesn't get very dark.
That's why I was just asking the DM about it.
Because
I know, but
So here's something that you guys mentioned we never really talked about that I'm just curious about. So what is this race of people that you think built those weapons?
I
I
never
thought
said
you
that.
said they started with an M or something.
Oh, the Osman?
Oh yeah.
No, they weren't. They didn't build weapons. They were the first ones to use it. And honestly, we might be them for all I know. Those were history books. We are history now. For all I know, we might
So
be
did
the
they
Osman.
describe those people? Or?
No, they just were brought on by gods and murdered a bunch of elves. And then another god killed them and sent the weapons very, very far away.
So you're saying if we're them, the gods are going to kill us and send the weapons away?
Not necessarily, but maybe. I don't know.
No.
I don't know if we are them. It
You
might
know-
have been even before
You know,
this.
sometimes history gets a little mixed up. Maybe
How would you
they
know?
killed a god. Maybe it was they killed a god and then they were
No.
celebrating.
No.
Because, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, we're going to be killing this god.
Don't say that out loud.
Yes, for all of the people, all of the Gonomies to hear me and understand me.
Bulmer says, killing a god? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, she
Did
says,
you not
so
get that dream?
she says, I did not.
Oh. See, the rest of us got a dream a couple nights
Right,
back.
we had that conversation. I
Um,
didn't get it.
Yeah, in the dream,
At least that's the way I think it went.
I think, yeah, she was the only one that made her save.
No, I failed.
She was the only one that made her save.
Anyway, that's the way I remember it. So that's
Yeah.
what.
No, Ann asked
But
us
she's.
to-
But you told us about
But I
that.
think Sean.
But
made
why?
his too.
Why would you want to kill?
because he asked us to.
Because he
He
asked
wants
you.
it.
Yeah, I remember that kind of conversation too. And I meant to get, like he said, I meant to get some. Tell me how he asked you to.
He doesn't want to be stuck in the middle.
All right, let me do this to you. Power. Contact. Target her. I haven't. I picture her kind of out of body again. It's what I like, and I see our bodies. I'm kind of above, and I see our bodies sitting at this table, and I see all of our minds in the same position, but just up a little bit more. And I picture blocking out everybody else and just her and me talking. I imagine that we are just sitting next to each other and just talking in our minds. And I'm just trying to communicate. And I'm doing contact. Which is wisdom. She is in line of sight, so it's no matter. She's the same life order. Her level is that. I am successful.
Hold on. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 14. Oh. She might be.
Okay. Your attempt to make contact is stopped. And for the briefest of moments, you see. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Give me the card because that.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I'll be able to. This is. I messed up. Okay, I'm using. Okay. Okay. So you have a power score modifier.
Oh,
So what did you need to be successful?
to be successful. Okay, so I
Or no.
rolled against wisdom.
Okay.
I succeeded that.
So what did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
And what's your wisdom?
17.
Okay. You see her. She's looking at you for I need you to roll perception and you to roll observation and you to roll a perception, but at disadvantage because you're doing a psionic power.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to.
Okay, that's fine.
31.
36.
Okay, both of you see just for a second, and you see this. You've already seen this. The tips of her ears go, and just go blue just for a second, and your thing is blocked.
You see that?
And you
That's what I mean.
feel like
Did you see that?
you were attempting to contact a different life order.
Oh.
Did you see that? You guys seen that time, didn't you? Didn't you see that? That is what I have seen
Well,
before.
let me roll for no. Okay, so just you two made it. So she
You seen that then, right? I have seen that several times.
I look at her and I'm like,
what? Are you gonna do it or not?
I just tried to.
Your ears turn blue.
So that ring has changed you, by the way.
See, I
Yes,
told you she's
yes.
Well, I
turning
tried to
into a
get rid of
dragon.
it and I couldn't.
Don't.
She's
So
turning into a dragon.
She already is one. She's not a dragon. She
I'm
already
not
is
a
one.
dragon.
She's not a dragon. But she already is different.
Well, let me ask you this: since you're the only other one here that's apparently found your weapon, I mean, does your weapon give you any kind of special ability?
I feel a part of it. It feels a part of me. I feel like you think about it.
What's my PSP?
You've seen it come to me.
I have.
Never, ever have I had a connection like that before.
I mean,
Well, okay.
I admit I don't feel it as much as that, but this thing definitely. And if what you're saying is true, then I don't know what to say. I'll have to think it over, and then when
I don't know
she
what
comes
life
back,
order.
and then she can decide for herself.
I don't know what life order, right? I just know it was different.
The only thing I'll say is you think that you were close,
Mm-hmm.
and that's as far as I can go
I get
because I've given you a lot of clues.
No, well,
I wouldn't
Chris
be able
knows.
to tell you what you needed,
no, Chris can see
but I
what
can
he
say you felt close or not,
needed.
and that's what I'm
yeah.
going to say is yes.
Chris sees what he is assuming what he needs. Chris is asking whether I can kind of predict what's going on, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Because
I would say you're allowed to make a decision based on what you roll because that tells you how focused you are. And then if you're off and then I say, oh, you were close, but something just blocked you, then
same way where
if
you
you
hit
almost
it,
hit,
but there's
yeah.
no damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, oh, you were this close, it just barely, and
And then because I do know the power score modifiers of each, and I know kind of how concentrated I was, I can make my. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. It's already changed you, but remember what he said that ring would do. It would allow you to have claws of a reptile, and
yeah, you did say all that, right?
Yeah.
so
Well, I wonder if
you
I can do that.
probably are. I'm sure if you concentrated,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you could.
think-
I'm not doing that here.
I don't think we should do it here, and if it's anything where, and I don't know what adverse effects it will have on you.
You know, if you could do that, that might have helped you in that last fight.
Well, maybe, but also remember, you know how
It doesn't talk to me apparently like his.
Maybe
Talks
you
to him.
have been
Maybe
watching.
Didn't you say one time it asked if you wanted to kill it or
Yes.
something? So yeah, mine has never said anything to me.
Perhaps you haven't been
No, maybe because you've not activated it.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know how to activate.
maybe you have to concentrate
try
on it.
reaching out to it.
Also,
I'm not doing that here.
yeah, don't.
Maybe I'll do it whenever we're not around.
Next time around.
All right.
Things that if I lose control or it
I'm
takes me over or whatever.
I'm gonna try this thing again.
Well,
And-
here's let me ask you before you do this again.
It's the thing I did to you.
Okay, well, maybe if she knows, and maybe if the weapon knows this is not an attack on her, might allow it.
I don't think it works quite like that.
I-
Put it to you this way: my brother could try and block it. You can't. You don't. You're not capable of doing
Maybe
it.
I'm not, but maybe this is.
Yeah, the
And
weapon.
maybe her ring.
And I'm
does the
sure that
same
the
thing.
weapon could. I do want to try to speak with your weapon, by the way. But
Zero's like, yeah, do it, do it. Oh, do it, you fucking pussy. If you don't do it, you're a pussy, and I'm never gonna let you forget it, brother.
right.
Punches him in the arm.
All right.
No, holds him down and threatens to spit Cheerios in his face. Or no, I'm sorry, Oreos.
Or
All right.
I have witnessed that from that man, so it can happen. Oh, he used to torture his little brother. What big brother doesn't? But I remember, and I was like, ew. He was just like, Derek's like, yeah, because you were bigger and you just held him there, and that's what you do.
there wasn't anybody in the neighborhood that messed with my little brother because I was the only one that got to do that.
Yeah,
That was my privilege.
that's family for sure.
Remember the Rose?
Oh yeah, haven't seen them in years. They don't still live there, do they?
No.
No.
They moved in right next door to us, and there's one that was,
Well, Terry was
Terry-
my age.
yeah, he's like a couple years
And then there
older than me.
was Craig, and Stephanie was the little sister.
Well, the two brothers jumped Derek.
Did they? Like for real jumped or play jumped?
No, for real jumping.
I don't think
were
I heard this.
hitting him. Oh, I guess I was probably 13 or 14 years old. And I'm looking out the front door, I walk out, and I see this going on, and I jumped out there. And Terry looked at me and goes, this is between us. Oh,
Yeah, no.
no, it's not. I'm going to treat you like I do not do this.
Oh, those poor bastards.
I whipped the shit out of both of them.
Yeah.
So why did jump?
I never heard this story. Yeah, because we used to hang out. So I guess was this before or after? Was it when they were new in the
Uh-huh.
neighborhood? Oh, okay. I guess it got settled.
Yeah, the best thing though, this is my brother. You remember in our backyard, our back porch?
The one that you guys had to fucking stain every year.
Yeah.
Ugh.
As a pain in the butt. Terry Rowe walks across his yard onto the street in front of our house. Derek sees him, goes to the backyard,
Oh no.
makes a
Throws it
snowball
over the house, doesn't he?
Over the house.
What a Derek thing to do.
Yeah.
No, he did not.
Yes. Hit him right in the hand where the sandwich was, knocked the sandwich out of the face.
No.
That actually sounds familiar, but
I
don't
can't make
remember.
that. I wish I could have said I'm the one that did that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Holy
My brother did
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Oh man,
dude, that's like rolling.
dude, that's an epic. I would be like, fuck, man.
I guess I'm not eating a sandwich.
Like, dude,
It was funny
if you
because
can
I
do
don't
that,
He ended up throwing it over right towards Mr. T's driveway.
Sure.
And that's where he got it. He goes, Terry goes, Derek goes out front. Terry goes, do you see a snowball? That Dr. Sanders right out of my hand. And Derek goes, huh?
That worked. Oh my god,
That's great.
We used to do a lot of shit in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
man! If you had a -10 modifier,
Oh, because you didn't see it, so there's -4.
right, -4,
And in a range.
a range adjustment, not to mention
Alright, roll.
50%, 50%, yeah,
the
20%.
full
Well, not only that,
Oh, I want to knock the sandwich out of your
Yeah,
hand.
oh,
Okay. You
shot.
gotta
Shot.
roll the 20 and then another 20.
20.
Holy shit! You got
I think there's 3 20s involved, and you got the third 20.
Dude,
That's crazy. And funny. Because I could see Terry walking anywhere with a sandwich. Nobody walks in there.
yeah,
Wham! What the fuck? Is it hailing? What the fuck? God throw a snowball at him?
he was telling me, I'm like, no way. And then I hear about it. Are you kidding me? He goes, you look in the back porch. You took it right off the rail.
you can see it.
You can see where he took the snow off the rail. And I'm going, I couldn't, how? No way.
Even if you had someone talking in your ear, telling you
Oh.
exactly where to throw it, you could not do
Dude,
that.
that's just one of those
100% bullshit luck shot.
Yeah, well, we used to try that with the Causies across the street. They parked their cars on the street.
Oh yeah.
You chuck a snowball over the house, and we had a huge, big picture window in front. He'd yell through the house, "Ah, you need to go 10 foot farther." We hit in the middle of the road. Good. Oh, went over the car. You're too far.
That's
We do
great.
that, chucking snowballs over the house of the neighbors' cars.
But I'm gonna try it again. So, with the new information, I really sit down and focus, and I picture me and her again, out in our own place, just away from everybody, nothing's around. And then I begin to focus on shifting my state of mind. I begin to try and pull it back in the evolution process. I go back. I don't know. I'm trying. I begin to try and pull it back, simplify my mind more and more until I think it's where she's at, where her life order's at. And I'm trying my hardest to concentrate on matching them and making it even better. And I got a contact. Roll the 6. So, unless there's any other shenanigans, that should succeed. I rolled a 6 and I needed a 17. Well, 14.
Okay.
Do I feel the link?
It is successful.
All right.
Do we notice anything this time?
Roll a perception.
20.
That would be a natural one.
You have feet.
Hey, you see that chick?
All right.
There must be a chick walking by.
Now I'm gonna try another power. So this one's rough on me, and I barely succeed, but I do. Mind link, and I get mind link established, and I begin to think. So what I'm doing right now is I'm speaking to you kind of in your head. You don't have to say anything.
She's
All you
looking
have to
and
do
she
is-
goes, "He's here. He's here."
All you have to do is think.
Huh? What?
Don't
He's
say
here.
anything out loud. Just think.
He's telling you to think.
Say hello, but don't say it out loud. Just think. Okay, I heard that.
Did you guys hear that?
What are you talking about?
He's doing the thing.
I
I
think
never had
this is what is happening between Garrett's spear and him. They're simply talking in. The spear is talking in his mind without saying anything out loud. This is one of the abilities that I've learned, and if we are ever separated, I will try to talk to you this way. This is remember back in the forest when I talked to you.
Yes.
This is what I did. All right, I'm gonna end it now because this is very taxing on me, and I end it. How many rounds? 1. All right, 7. There you go. All right, that's what I think, and that's what I think is happening then. It's the same thing that happened when I talked to you in the forest.
Never bringing food out.
I
I
don't.
said they brought drinks out. But
Right.
You were wanting some food.
Apparently no one's bothered. So. Make a charisma check.
20.
Okay. So one of them is like getting ready to walk over when somebody else grabs them and they're like,
Um,
He had a good
So-
answer to these.
Yes.
so yeah, somehow we have to get inside. I don't know how. I think the tunnel will play a part. I think we do need to explore where that tunnel goes.
What?
Here's the problem. We hope the tunnel leads us
In
into the vault area.
it might lead us out.
If it doesn't, and they come back here looking for us and we're gone, they're gonna think us guilty and we're gonna be charged and stay here for a flipping year.
No. I got a way out of this. We just show back up at random and we walk out like, hey, we're here.
I mean,
And we
here's-
just tell them,
here's the other
hey, we've fucking been here the whole time. Where
Here's
else
the
did
other
we
thing.
go? Why
Not-
the fuck would we sneak away and not come back in?
Not all of us need to go.
That's unless big Godzilla dude stands in front of the door and allows no one in.
I can make that.
You want to be standing out there with them, though, probably.
Me?
Somebody does, just to make
Yeah,
sure
they're
one of the
gonna-
priest doesn't show up and tell them to go away.
But-
Either case, not all of us have to go. Technically, I can just go because I can find out where it leads to, and then instead of spending the time coming back, I can just come back.
Yeah, what happens if there's things guarding you?
Again, I don't have to. I'll do what I did down in the tunnel the first time, except I'll do something probably different, less scary.
And what happens if it doesn't work and you get overwhelmed? Because you know numbers win, right?
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
No, I understand you're going to turn into something, and you seem to think numbers still can't
No.
overrun that.
No, I'm not going in. I'm just seeing where it leads.
Well,
Once when I see where it leads, I can get everybody there. Fast or slow, it doesn't matter. That's all I'm saying. Because I can figure out, okay, if it leads out of the town, we have an escape route. If it leads into the vault, we have our way
but
in.
here's the problem: if they come and get us, and you're not here, it's still fucking we're guilty. And then they're going to be like, "Where the fuck are you?" And then we don't have you to help us out.
No, I understand.
I mean,
I just would, yeah, if they weren't as on us and we were more free to roam like we were in,
I have
in the last
a
place.
little bit more room to roam because they don't fucking seem to notice me as much. They don't seem to care. Oh, hey, go fucking talk to these people on the team. Hey, go fucking talk to this person. Hey, I'm fucking wandering around. They didn't
Oh, I
see
get
that shit. But that's just because I kind of blend in. You know?
I think for right
Paint
now,
my
our best
face
plan
white,
is to
maybe
play their system. See what we can do. Because if we can get out of this, or at least diminish it significantly, then
So here's the deal. They're gonna, no matter what happens, they're gonna want us to go through that cleansing.
no, not necessarily. Because again, they just helped us out immensely by attacking us. We play that. We play that as our card. That is what one thing on top of
Okay,
everything else that we play.
Where's
on top
our
that we
lawyer?
are obviously not from here.
Yeah, but
Top
they
from
don't
that we
care
seem to
about that.
know a lot more.
And they don't care about that either.
I'm well
If you're
aware.
not in that courtroom, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We want you held accountable. And we don't fucking care why. Any other excuse. That's all it is.
So as I was saying, we play that. We've already made them waiver their original standings by doing what we've shown them. We continue playing our cards right. There's a way we can diminish this. And if it doesn't work, then we go to plan B.
Fulmer goes,
Yeah.
ooh, what's plan B?
I think
Get our
we
ass
should go-
inside that fucking place, get the weapon, get
I
out.
think we should go with plan B as soon as possible because the longer
Here's
we
the
wait-
other thing. Have you ever tried to provoke with somebody just by looking at them?
What?
Fulmer says, what?
Have you ever tried to provoke a fight for just looking at somebody?
Yeah.
So we've done that in the bar, and I was
Yeah,
up
I
there
know.
at Newstone. there's one guy who just go absolutely nuts. You just look at him and you just give him a little stare and smile and wink at him. He'd lose his mind.
The DM rolls terribly, and then the fight's on.
No, I get
So
it.
here's the problem. We can't.
If they
fight
show
those
back
people.
up in court, we can just get them steaming
Yeah,
again.
but we can't fight.
We can't do it that way because then we can't let anybody see us do it that way.
What are they gonna do? Look at everybody and they don't see me going,
Bulmer says, well, what next time? Why don't
I don't think we should provoke them
Zero?
anymore.
He says, why don't you carry the spear and I'll try to use this. Then at least
We don't provoke them. Again, I don't think we should be provoking them. I think we should try and play their system.
he's the leader.
I think we just try and play it and try and get off.
what happens if they don't? What happens if the sheriff goes, doesn't say anything? It's once again our word against theirs.
I think the best bet is to get the fuck out of here as soon as we can, like we've always tried to do.
Yeah.
No, I know. Now I understand. I
So-
just don't see a way into that place. Like the other place, it was easier getting in when nobody was fucking there. I
It would
know.
be nice to get
See,
around that little
this is the
stone.
beauty of this. We're here before anything was fucking built, and that's the original fucking place. And things were just
Here's
built
the
up
thing.
over and over and over. And after fucking he's gone, there's
You say
all
that,
hell and chaos.
and I just thought of something. Just because a place isn't there doesn't mean I haven't seen it, which means I can still think and go to it. Put it to you this way. Even though the Aquamage Tower is not where it is, it's not here right now, the place is still, the ground where it is still exists.
Oh yeah, I understand where you're going with this.
And
What happens
I
if
can
it's not like what you're thinking it is, and you fucking go to fucking rock?
It doesn't work like that.
That's it, just option.
It doesn't work like that. It either happens or it doesn't. There is no in between.
All right, I'll
So
tell you what.
technically,
Well, that's
it's-
convenient.
right? So on the other hand, if the vault, if it's still the eye, if the eye is still there, you know what I mean, the whole structure, which I'm not exactly sure. If it still exists, then I can technically go there right now.
Oh yeah, go there right now. Go there right now, you fucking pussy.
So
You
what-
ain't got a hair on your head.
So,
I walk over and place a hand on him.
If you don't go.
so what happens if you
Would
get
you
there
like
and
to
you
go?
can't get back?
I can take us there.
No, you go. I don't need to go. I trust you.
I have my hand on him.
Yeah.
He's
Sure.
just saying, no, you go.
That's what I
Do you
thought.
mind if I take a trip to the temple and see if I can't power up a book or something?
Yeah.
You do that if you want. I don't think it's going to get anywhere.
You can get anywhere.
Again, you heard what they just said in court. Fuck you. We want
Oh,
retribution.
See, you're
Exactly.
confused. I'm not talking about anything to do with court.
I know, but it's still the priests. And yes, I understand the priests are more liking to you, but they still aren't you.
I don't know what you're getting at, but
What I'm
think
getting
you're
at
confused
is
as to
you're
what
not
I'm
you're accepted, but you're not accepted.
they just have to agree whether they like it or not. That's all it fucking matters.
Go.
I'll be back shortly. And if I'm not back shortly, please come. I'll be over there.
All right.
And I point in
Have
the
fun.
direction of the temple. And I leave.
All right.
I don't think anything's going to happen. Alligators. What can hurt, I suppose. Unless he gets called for trespassing and spying.
If he goes off, we're looking for a waitress. I'm gonna live my hand.
Yeah.
Can't get one of your temperature.
Roll me a charisma check. Let's see if they like you any better than they like him.
I always like him.
22.
Okay.
I gotta walk away. The chick walks over right in.
Yes, pretty much. Oh god. He's like,
And now that fucker's
Yeah. what? Oh my. You're a big one.
Yeah. I got real big feet.
Wait, do we understand her?
Uh-huh.
Is your name Greta by any chance?
No,
Sorry,
Scratching
you just
Greta.
kind of look like a Greta.
it's Tyvonia.
Is it scratching?
That's a very pretty name.
Thank you. What's your name?
My
Mr.
name is Ein.
Mr. Ein?
And I'm Garrett.
Mr. Garrett? Welcome to the Traveler's Nook.
Thank you.
I see you've sampled our free brew. Were you interested in trying something with a little more special flavor to it?
To be honest, I had something about a week ago, a little bit tough. Don't need anything very potent. Something nice and mild would be nice. And some food.
If he drinks a lot, he wants to be awake still.
Okay. By chance, would that have been the Gunyan Ale?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, you poor dear.
I drank a whole container of it.
Oh, and you probably slept that whole week, didn't you?
I'm thinking so. I grew this.
We all did. Although I didn't drink that much, and yet I still slept the whole week.
Well, I'm just kidding. I didn't think it was like the whole week. But anyway, so you're wanting something a little stronger than the sample brews?
Yes,
Okay, but not as strong as the Gunyan Ale.
correct.
Okay, so how about if I bring you a, well, gee, you guys are,
We're a little bit.
a pitcher each, maybe, or just you? Are you the only one that's
You want
thirsty?
something?
Fuck it. I could sleep with some more. Make it 2.
What if I bring you some Bandy Root whiskey?
Ooh, whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and you as well.
Yeah.
And what about you two? Volmir says, "No, I'm good. I'll just
Zero
I'll have
says-
some of your what's the most mild stuff you got? Well, we sell just regular ale. Okay, that'll work. And you, sir, the same. The exact same number. I'm on a lot of double slookies for tonight. It's weird.
Yeah.
They serve food here also.
No place that serves alcoholic beverages is allowed to sell food.
Why is
Really?
that?
I'm not sure.
Boy, I tell you what, I think the more you eat, or the more you drink, the more you eat.
Well, that's the reason why the restaurants don't want us to sell it.
Really?
They say it hurts their business.
So wait, what do they serve to drink?
At the restaurants?
Yeah.
Usually they have their own brews, but they're like what she's going to have.
So they're really mild, won't do
Yes,
much.
because they're I don't know, it's one of those weird things, but they don't want any like alcohol fueled action in where you serve the food. Apparently it's a big it was considered a huge I don't know if this is the right word, like social disgrace to act up in a place that serves food.
I can understand that.
But apparently in places like this or Old Town Cafe that has the Gunyan Ale, they don't mind. Which is why probably it's so expensive.
Now look at back home at the inns.
Yeah.
They're drinking so much and food flying
We
everywhere.
want to talk about just giving someone the wrong look.
Right.
So does that mean you want to cancel your
No.
No,
Oh.
he would like it. He would still like it.
Yeah.
We just,
Now I
we're
will
just-
say, I know can tell you all aren't from around here. And I don't want to get nosy or anything, but if you did want food here, you can pay for a private dining room. In which case you would be able to get food. It's basically it's catered in from one of the closest food house.
Does he still have them all?
No,
No, not the disc. The stone.
the stones, yes.
He has them all, doesn't he?
So we got that,
Don't-
that
let's
silver
not-
disc.
I don't think we should be messing with those just quite yet.
No, I don't either.
I think those might be our key.
I know the problem we have is we don't have local currency. If I'm gonna show her one of our gold pieces, would that get us dining room and dinner here?
Let me see that.
I can't even remember.
She says, this is very unusual metal. It's soft.
It's
And
called
heavy.
It's gold.
it's gold
It's a precious metal.
from wherever we come from.
And I'm gonna pull out a copper piece and a silver piece and show her those as well.
I mean, I would rather just pay for it myself and give it to you.
Well, we wouldn't want to
Oh, I
burden
would,
you.
yeah, that's too much of a burden.
I
No
mean,
problem.
you're really hospitality. Your hospitality is
You're the
insane.
kindest person that we've met here.
Oh, that can't be true. There's lots of kind people here.
Well,
This town is full of friendly and playful gonomies that do
You know
nothing but
The
frolic
guys
and
have been really nice to us. The others have
True.
not.
but I mean, just this offer is just so generous and genuine. It's
well, I'll tell you what. If you do ever find yourselves with some coin or
When our friend
The,
gets back, we'll get you some.
the tack rats that we do accept, then just come back and you'll pay me back then. It's not an issue.
Our friend has some, and we'll make sure that happens.
Oh, see, there you go.
He just
Which
he was the one
that
that
him?
he was the one that walked away just now.
Oh,
Yeah, we're sorry.
what's up with that guy?
He got sunburned really bad.
Is he in pain?
No, it
he
seems like,
drinks enough towards not.
Yeah. seems
That's
as
a
it kind of
shame.
healed.
Great. I'm an
I
alcoholic.
wonder if he's. You know,
Sunburn alcoholic.
I can recommend a good house of pleasure. I don't know if you all are into that sort of thing, but they'll take even your kind for a price, I would think. I mean, you all are kind of weirdly shaped and all that odd things you got, but still, money's money, I guess, if you're a working girl. I'm not, though. I'm here. Anyway, if you're interested, just go behind the temple. There's a long row of doors and a long, like building long.
I just started laughing.
Uh,
Why is it by the temple?
Well, because there's a lot of money with the temple, and we think they spend it on the pleasure house.
Yeah. Hey,
It's the
everybody,
worst.
everybody can worship in their own
It's
ways.
the worst. But that's always the way it's been.
Everybody can worship in their own ways.
If we can get
Well,
a
I'll
private
tell you a
room-
secret.
Oh.
I don't think that's the only thing that goes on there. Rumor has it there are meetings between certain clans of the Barovian realm and Frunctius Gunnion. And they do that to help, or not help. They use it to consolidate their power. Anyway, it's just a rumor.
Wow.
With the Veruvian one?
That's where the
others,
the cold ones live.
Yeah. They haven't been too nice to us. They're the ones that haven't been too nice to us.
Well, I don't want this to
They're
sound.
kind of cold and
Interesting one.
separated from everybody.
Yes, that's you. See, I knew I had a good feeling about you guys. And then she looks over at Volmir. And you,
She's
she's really sick. You need to eat more.
She got
dear.
cold burnt.
She's lost all her hair. Her hair's gone.
You know how the moon, how it's so white? Well, it burnt her, and it except the other way around.
Roll me a
besides the sun.
charisma check.
I hope I make this. Otherwise, I'm gonna sound like a dick. 20, please. 23. It's
She's
good
like,
enough.
that's terrible. I'll get you some moof meat. That'll help you. And Bowman's just like, okay.
If we get one of those private rooms where we could get some food, that would be awesome.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, those are a little more than I can.
No, not
you
right
have
now.
some tack rats.
Let's do it later.
Okay, we'll do it later.
Promise.
We'll just go ahead and do the whiskey.
Okay.
And that for
All right. So she says, I'll be right back. And then,
Do you work every day?
no, not every day.
Okay.
Oh, that would be terrible. Could you imagine living in a place where you worked every day?
We've seen it.
We've
It's
seen it.
horrible.
I mean, if there's anything that would make me want to cross over to the cold side, would be that they don't hardly work at all. Sounds like a wonderful death. And then she walks away. All right, it's 8:30. I think that would be a good place to stop, not because I want to, but because we're going to level up.
Awesome.
So,
All right. I need to look at my sheets and make sure I know what I want. Because I think what I'm getting next is adrenaline control, but I need to double check that.
let's start with the top. Well, you're going to check your.
Start with
Let's
the
go
easiest
to
people.
Garrett. Update. We go to level. We go to 8. Which means you now have that many hit points. And then we go to next. You have no non-weapon. No weapon. No wild talents. And nothing there. So you're
Nice.
easy.
But I've been told that.
I
Next
just-
level is the big
9
one.
is your next big one. Well, really, it's level 12 if we ever get there, is your super big one. But next one also does a little bit for you.
And the reason we're leveling up here is because I think this next part of the story
We're gonna need it.
is going to be a while. Unless something weird happens and everyone dies. Which is possible because
Yeah.
you are in a situation now where
Where it's very thin
it's
ice.
dangerous.
Yeah.
This is at this place. I shouldn't be saying this because it's metagame, but this place is more dangerous than anywhere you've ever been.
Those 3 guys really just stayed.
Oh, really? What makes it say that? The fact only magical weapons hurt them?
And they had bare hands and they were fucking in it.
Yeah.
I mean any of your characters. I can't speak for what other games you might have played in, but
When
as far as I'm concerned, this is like almost as dangerous as it can get because it's not just a one big bad guy. You're dealing with a whole half nation of
bad shit.
Yeah.
organized undead,
When
which
I
is
get
not
this-
even a thing. I made it up. So
When I get
Actually,
this,
that's not
I'll
true.
no longer
Is it not
been-
true?
Yeah, there have been place settings with organizing.
Yeah.
There was like a city on
Yeah.
what was it in Ravenloft?
Ravenloft.
I never played Ravenloft.
No,
so I
Ravenloft
don't-
has had cities with lots of undead in here, but they're usually controlled like by one. But no, there's been some other settings.
Okay,
This
so hold on here. I'm just gonna print your front page, Garrett, since that's really all you need.
It doesn't sound that cool. So you turn it over and go to like the second paragraph.
Who you chatting with over there?
Second paragraph is where
Kids?
what I'm looking at.
Garrett? Chatting with your kids?
Trying to get them to come. Well, they're coming. I'm not getting them all home. I'm getting 4 of them home.
4 out of how many?
5.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I think.
But I come from a family of 9. If you got 7, that was like, oh, awesome.
Everybody's here. Well, it seems like everybody's here. Yeah, I got 2 of them flying in. I'm trying to organize that when we're doing the airport. And it's like, if you would just flying the same day at the same time, it'd be great. And then it's, if we do next Wednesday,
Well, it'd have to be a obviously late start, but
Did you see?
everyone's off on Thanksgiving, so it depends on
So
how late you wanted to stay.
there's
oh, that's the thing. I've got to get up about
I know,
4:30.
so it's not
Yeah,
like
you don't.
becoming used.
I mean, I can't speak for you, but as an old
Should we have to
person,
use the fire?
I may have some insight
Yeah.
into how
But my main
difficult
thing
that
is
can
the
be.
heart thing.
So,
I gotta be up at
Combine it with this.
4:30 so I can have the meat out of the refrigerator and room temperature so I can get it in the smoker by 5
I'm gonna
a.m.
combine it with that one.
Do you know who H.H. Gregg is or was?
it was like a outfitter or something.
Appliance.
Oh yeah. Are they still around?
No, they went out of
Okay.
business. They had that
See
place right
what
up
I'm
there
going
in the
for?
bluffs.
Yes.
And you could go up there and buy a stove or whatever. But they offered a deal you
Because
could
you notice
bundle
there is
things.
no max.
Okay.
It just says.
So we got a washer, dryer, stove, microwave, dishwasher, and refrigerator. We bundled all that together. Saved about $2,600 or $2,700
A lot of money.
doing that.
Do you
They
see what I'm-
delivered it. They set everything up.
Yeah.
We got this
You
stove
wanna talk about
that will
hitting
tell you
the
what the
truck?
temperature is
Yeah.
outside and the barometric pressure. Just because Dwight wanted it.
Okay.
She doesn't want to use it because it'll heat up the house.
Wait, what one?
The stove. And I go, you wanted the damn thing and you don't even use it.
So during the summer, she won't use the stove.
No, during the summer, I'm either grilling or smoking meat.
I don't have a problem with people not wanting to heat up the house in the summer. I mean, that's what microwaves and air fryers are for. And obviously outside.
I need to talk to you about this guy.
All right, hold on. I'm printing up your first 2 sheets
Right?
because basically what you got for going up a level increased is an additional spell and so few hit points. And maybe, I don't know, you have to check your saving throws.
You have another spell slot, but it's not gonna.
Not a level, just another.
Yeah, a slot for a second level. You won't get another one until the next time.
No, weapon proficiency.
So anyway, my mom's coming over early Thanksgiving morning to help Sherry out with the sides and all that stuff. I got to meet the kids all agree that they want me to smoke a turkey, but they also want something different. My daughter goes, why don't you smoke some chicken? I go, we're having another bird, it's called turkey, so we don't need to have 2 fowls. One big one is good enough.
Why not get a turducken?
I would not mind doing that. So
Really? I kind of want to try it once, just to see.
I
what
got a deer last Sunday morning.
Oh, nice.
Turkey talk.
I want to try it once.
I thought, okay, I could smoke some deer meat, and then I go, that might not be too bad.
You make jerky?
I do.
I have some.
He makes it all.
I make snack sticks, all that stuff.
Snack sticks.
What it came down to it was, well, why don't you just not do all that stuff? Why don't you make some ribs also? Do some racks of ribs. That'll take about
Okay.
as long as it'll take the turkey, so yeah, I'll do that. So I'm gonna do that.
Man, maybe I need to swing by your house.
All right.
Well,
Actually, I like being alone on Thanksgiving because I can watch football and not have to talk to everybody. I always get invited places, and I do appreciate it, but it's just, when you get those
But
days
yeah,
when you're by
this has a
yourself,
lot
it's
of
like
pieces that I can do.
cherish them
yep.
because I'm either at work or with the kids. And oh well, not that I'm complaining, but you take advantage of it. Okay, so you're last here,
All right. So
I'm doing adrenaline control. It's under metabolic. That's my one devotion.
What, you have all your non-weapon specialties, or was there one that you?
There was one that I was holding off on
That's right, okay. never
because I
mind.
need level 9 because
Okay.
I need 2 slots to be able to take the proficiency I want.
Okay.
Well, I will see you guys later. then.
All right, see you.
So we are doing next Wednesday, right?
I'm good for it. I'm sure I'll wind up being good for it.
Well, he's talking about it not being until late.
Oh, okay, well, how?
When do you
wanna
consider
start?
late?
What time would be good to start? The only reason I said that is because she works till 8:30, but that was. When do you want to go? When do you want to? Normal time?
That's what I was thinking about doing. If we well,
We push it back a little bit. It's not a big deal.
yeah. But that's my big thing is the next morning I gotta get like.
Well,
Oh,
honestly, I'd
yeah.
rather, because I know the kids are going to be here that night, so I think we should just skip it. That's
That's fair.
Hey, that's
It's your game.
it's your game.
not. I just you know how you can avoid things when you get to, what's that commercial say? This is the age of knowing
Uh-huh.
how to not be a fuck up. Yeah, that's. All right, so you're wanting.
Adrenaline control.
2
It's under
weeks.
metabolic.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving, bud.
And
So,
it's
Hold on here.
God, we're not going to game.
Saturday,
Well, we wouldn't this Saturday.
and then what?
But,
Following
but
Saturday,
the
you're gonna
following
be.
Saturday, I can't.
Okay.
Because I got to take care of stuff. But we can do it the Saturday after that if you want.
Why is this? What is it saying? You get a
one devotion. Adrenaline control is a devotion.
Take it easy.
I don't get my
You
science. I don't
You
get
have
my-
access to the maximum number of devotions allowed for your level.
God, if I'm a little late.
Oh, I guess I
I should probably hit the level up button.
yes. That's where I fucked up.
That tends to help a little bit.
Very good. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this glooshed? Okay,
So start out with what we need to start out with.
hold on. How many PSP should you have?
It'll be 12 on top of what I had, which was 99, so it should go to 111.
Okay.
All
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
which let me pull out my calculator real quick.
Okay, and you want this. So we go click, and there it is. And yep, there you go.
8 times 12 plus 15. Wait, 15. That's right. Yep. All right. Okay, so adrenaline control is the one. I do want to talk to you about something because I am 8th level, and if we get to level 10, which I hope we do, because that's when I can get access to my really cool thing. I want to talk about how you want me to play it out. I want to talk with you about that
And when do you want to have the conversation?
now.
You can do it now.
I'd like to have it now. So what my really cool thing, it's the high science. And that's why I want to talk to you about it. Because I know Sean has never done one that I'm aware of. And I know that this is a different style campaign. And so I want to talk over with you about how you want me to go about it.
I'll let you guys talk about it.
See ya.
Peace. Be
All right,
good.
man. Have a good holiday.
You
And
too. Safe one.
if I see you before then, that's great. And if I don't, then in 2 weeks.
Right on. Did the force be with you?
And with you. Okay, so what am I looking up here?
It's a high science. That's the key part of how do you want me to play it.
That's in the will and the way, right? Or is it in
Yes,
Dragon
WW.
Kings as well.
Yeah, it's WW.
Okay, what page?
Oh, sorry, let me pull that out. So WW 74. That's specifically the
Elemental composition.
yes. That's
Okay.
the one I would like to go for at level 10.
So well, it doesn't say there's a level minimum.
It's a high science. You got to go under where it talks about high sciences.
Okay.
Let me see. Do you want me to pull out my laptop?
I mean, obviously, I can read this at some other time. It's not a big deal. Oh, well, and so what is it? What's the question?
How do you want me to role play that? Because we kind of touched on high sciences briefly about a month or so, 2 months back. Basically, with a high science has restrictions to it. Number one is you have to be level 10, so that's why I have to wait till I'm level 10.
Okay.
The other one is it specifically talks about you requiring to spend a lot of time prepping yourself for it. It's not like I get it like every other science or devotion. It's kind of like a proficiency. The way that you like to do them is you have to train with somebody to get one. You don't have to train with somebody else, but you need to train with yourself basically to get a high science. It might be in the psionics handbook. High sciences.
No, it's not.
Oh, high sciences are strictly
Well,
WW.
That's a good question.
So I think mass contact is a high science.
Let's see.
So that's why I think it might. Like,
I don't remember it being in this book.
well, I'm trying to figure what all the high sciences were already in the. Or if there was some in there already, or if there wasn't.
What was the one you called? Mass?
Oh no, the one that I'm taking is elemental
No,
composition.
you said something about.
Mass contact. Is a high.
Oh yeah, that's not in here.
Okay,
So
that's because
that's
that's
over there. Okay.
So
So why don't I just read up on it, and then we've got a couple weeks to figure out.
That's all.
And that's fine. Let's look at it. All right. If you're watching there,
Oh, found it.
Thank you.
Sorry.
See you in 2 weeks. Have a good Thanksgiving.